got another late stream, so we'll do what we usually do. We will end up staying up till like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Hey, still lost. Clutch. Darn it, how did I end up back here? Did I overshoot my destination? Man, you're gonna have better luck this year. But I'm the same as ever. Well, I won't let this get in my way. During last year's Revolution Festival, I actually ended up wandering into some super seedy underground area. I had to get someone to lead me back topside. But every time I tried to find the place since, it's like it's never even existed. I've just ended up lost again. I remember there being some scary monsters there too, but when I told my friends about it, they had no clue what I was talking about. So weird. Classified info. I believe we'll make perfect time then. We can't make the counselors wait after all. So, we'll have a meal together, followed by an interview with the authorities over in the District. Unfortunately, it seems we're unable to get an interview with the president. Well, at least we have a chance to speak with members of the Senate. Just you wait. The Tyrell Times will have the other publications trembling with fear. Still, why does the editor-in-chief insist on having that girl play all the important roles? She's just so naive. It's not even to mention how inexperienced she is. I'll admit some of her articles last year were on par with my own, but I'm sure they were only flukes. Well, I suppose we'll just have to see if she sinks or swims. Well, let's see what's trending on my feed right now. Oh, check this out, Greta. Oh, that picture is everything. I'm obsessed. BT Dubs. I can never pronounce that name the first, read-through. Kopeka. You really know your way around that T-phone, huh? Well, I did snag it for free in that raffle last year. But these days, there's just so many people posting on their T-phones that trying to keep up with it all is like a full-time job. Wow, way to humble brag. Must be nice living life on the cutting edge. Maybe I'll save up some money and get my own. Go for it, girl. Once you buy one, I can be your personal T-phone tutor. The T-phone's all the rage nowadays. You should get one too. Sigh. Only didn't take forever to save up for. Well, actually, we have the actual Zyphus. Before I got my T-phone, I was stuck borrowing my dad's laptop every day. It was such a pain, though. Seriously, why did it take so long just to upload pics? But with the T-phone, I can post photos as soon as I take them. It's like the best thing ever. I really hope the thunder outside does not mean my power is going to go out. It somehow did not go out when we had 80-mile-per-hour winds here in Michigan, so hope for the best. Hey, Elaine, how's your investigation going? I'm assuming it's right on track, knowing you. I haven't met too many problems recently. However, I did take it upon myself to recruit some more help. You make it sound like we're mercenaries. Does the guild really trust us? I mean, we're only substitute Spriggans after all. There's no need to be so humble, you two. I've heard about what you guys did back in Crossbell. And I know you have your own problems you're working to solve as well. Say, maybe the guild's information network can help you out some. As long as we all work together, you can kill two birds with one stone. Don't you think? I see. I kind of have a feeling he's bluffing. Still, I think they know something about who we're looking for. I guess it's not impossible, but it's probably best we don't involve the guild any more than we need to. These kids, sigh. I'd really like to help them somehow. I am going to guess
All right, let's move.
that they are looking specifically for Rufus. That's why they don't know where he is, because they are currently looking for him. Actually, the guild's been pretty short-handed for a while now. We've been holding on to our current staff, but there's a fair pile of incidents we haven't been able to get to yet. We just don't have the numbers. When you have some free time, think maybe you can lend us a hand? Sounds like he's hiding something. Been friendly so far, but I feel like we shouldn't let our guard down. Who knows? Maybe he'll try to work us to death. They'll sneak some jobs in. Hello, Elvis, Regina. Working even on standby, are we? Elaine, welcome back. Oh, and you brought company. These must be the Arkwright Solutions' new substitute Spriggans. For a pair of teens, you look pretty on top of your game. Thanks for chipping in on the guild request, by the way. We're expecting big results out of you. You got it, boss. So are these laptops for the investigation? This is for a different assignment. We've been getting a lot more orbital network-related jobs lately. It's a byproduct of T-phones entering the market. They've introduced a whole slew of new criminal activity, from online fraud to malicious hacking. Yeah, I've been giving out... Oh. That was a few primers while we worked through the cases. The basics come to me easily enough, but this sort of thing is more Regina's forte than it is mine. Back to what I was saying, though. Can we use this comms log to determine the nearest relay station? We sure can. Remember that protocol analysis procedure? You just cross-reference it with the list of relay stations, and being a bracer seems pretty rough. In this day and age, it's imperative that we keep our body of knowledge up with the times. Issues where we can't determine the root cause, such as these service disruptions, force us to look outward for assistance. Yeah, that tracks. The whole reason you came looking for me and S in the first place. No, I'm actually fairly adept with orbital tech. I've been trying to teach everyone how to use some of it with my free time lately. I mean, Alvis is already B rank, right? He should know how to use a tracing program by now. Elaine and Lahad picked it up a lot faster than I expected, though. So don't give up, Alvis. Just you wait, I'll have this stuff mastered in no time. I mean, I'm good at fighting, though. Still, I shouldn't be making excuses. It's not right to leave everything to Regina all the time. Oh, but of course, if you ever need anything, Elaine, feel free to give me a shout. Thank you, Alvis. I'll consider coming to you in the future. You'll consider it? And she doesn't see me as someone you can rely on, huh? Oh? Seems like he's got a few issues he needs to work through. Open book. A few more people to talk to. Oh, it's these two. The new year is always a bit too busy for my liking. I'm glad things have finally settled down. By the way, we bought an apartment in the capital recently. We'll be enjoying our life among the streets of Edith from now on. Although I suppose I've been a regular around here for a while now. Is she holding does she have an invisible briefcase on her lap, or is that like the desk-sitting pose? I've been taking a look around the Trian Mall and Tyrol district since the beginning of the year. They're a far cry from anything you'll find in Aracion, that's for sure. It's also tantalizing. But why do I always seem to find myself at this cafe? It's a good cafe. I suppose we'll be in the capital for the foreseeable future. And please, try not to forget why we're here in the first place, mistress. After all, the Master will be counting on you to be his contact in Edith. Please make sure to maintain proper decorum. Welcome! We have all the latest in orbital products and accessories. Please, let me know if there's anything you'd like. And on our second floor, we have a cafe. It's the perfect place to rest and recuperate. If there's anything we can help with, please don't hesitate to ask one of our staff.
What would you like?
A bronze lighter, I'll buy it. We have 95 EP charge 1s. We should probably sell a few of those.
Will you stop by again sometime?
I
What
bought
would
the
you
lighter,
like?
right? Yes, I
Will you
did.
stop by again sometime?
Sup, Carlo. The new T-phone was formally released to the market recently. We also have a few units for sale, on consignment from Burn Store, of course. I hope you'll continue to use IOTA for all your orbital needs in the future. You know, Ilhan and I have known each other since we were students. And it seems like seeing the T-phone for the first time has triggered the old idea factory in his brain. It never changes, huh? You see, I have a billion Mira app idea.
Got plenty of custom parts.
What you got, buddy? Nothing new there?
Hope to see you again.
Just wanted to see exactly how it was all in one easily readable screen. We do not have a lot. What's up, Ilhan? Oh, welcome. Would you like some coffee? You know, I've noticed those T-phones have been around an awful lot lately. They seem quite useful. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we all have the latest news at our fingertips. I wonder what else could be done with the T-phone. Maybe a service that makes use of their net access? Perhaps that's how I thought of starting a new business.
What can I get for you?
Excel Banana Smoothie. Your stat down.
Hope it's to your satisfaction.
Banana flavor, hopefully natural and not artificial. Artificial banana tastes like garbage.
Please, at least
Oh. Associate Professor Tane. So, this cafe is something of a base of operations for your research project. Oh, interesting. As it so happens, the owner Ilhan is one of the Institute's alumni. Plain to see that he put his civil engineering studies to good use designing this place. The atmosphere is just lovely. I'm glad you find it so agreeable. By the way, Associate Professor, have you already finished your business here in the capital? For the most part, yes. I was attending a conference on communications infrastructure with a few of my colleagues in the field. I simply wanted to pay a few of my students a visit before heading home. Speaking of which, I hear Gimbat's been visiting Edith for his fair share of meetings as well. Yes, he's quite busy apparently. It's no surprise given how in demand he is on so many fronts. What a magnificent man. Well, I suppose we'll just have to work doubly hard to match his brilliance. The T-phone's really been taking off in the capital. Huh? Although I don't think Basel has everyone beat. He's over practically everything over there. It's interesting to see how technology shapes the way people interact with the world.
Okay.
Because they're always on the damn phones. This truly is a fine cafe. I wonder if urban engineering was taken into account when designing the interior. The practicality of the space certainly indicates as much. It really is rather marvelous. I should exchange some ideas with Ilhan later. I see the thingy. I need to get outside first, though. There we go. We never walked on the balcony before. There was no reason to ever come out here. But the doors work. Peace, man. Sorry to drag you along in this. I know you've already got enough work to sift through. Nah, no big deal. Least I could do for all the times you did me a solid. Sure, it'll leave the capital a little short-staffed, but I think we trained up enough young blood to pick up the slack while we're gone. Normally I'd follow you right into the young pile too, but I suppose you've shaped up since the day you rolled into the guild. Speaking of which, there's been talk about promotions coming up. How do you like your chances? It's still too early for me. Besides, I'd like to spend some time getting the newbies up to stuff. I'd rest a lot easier if we had a few more talented recruits at our branch. Maybe, say, 2 of them, as he stares over at us. I see where you're going with this. There do seem to be a few worthy candidates around. I'll be a narcissist, but I get the feeling you're talking about us. Not in the least. Whatever gave you that idea? Come on, Elaine, enough with the death glares. They're just poking fun. Sigh. I expect you both to be above schoolyard teasing. Particulars aside, these 2 are merely civilians for the moment. Yeah, shame on you. I demand a nice big bump in payment to cover the emotional damages. At the end of the day, our cooperation hinges on being able to choose the work we take on. Message received. Anyway, thanks for lending us a hand. Better than being at the gardens, am I right? Too bad Ismail and I are leaving the capital for a while. There were a few things we wanted to verify with you. It'd be great if we could get together for a nice long chat down the line, though. About what? Hod and Ismail have been working cases involving the gardens for several years now. Is that so? Oh yeah? Eraser did Braces did come pretty close to nabbing us a few times here and there. No hard feelings though, we wound up using you to keep our old co-workers busy during our great escape. That's sort of behind the scenes intel, is exactly what we're looking for now that the gardens are defunct. They bit the big one around the same time as Almada, but they were already on their last legs at that point. Anyway, I hope you talk it over with us later. Think of it as a memorial service mixed with an expose. Well, we do kind of owe you in a roundabout way, so sure, that can be arranged. It's heavy stuff though, so you might want to stock up on tissues. I've been worried about a lot lately, like those recent serial killer incidents. Well, and that sounds kind of important. Well, anyway, we've got a business trip we need to be heading off to. Make sure you help Elaine while we're gone, alright? Maybe we should take care of that. And maybe we could take some time to talk when I'm back. You know, Bracer to former garden members. The serial killer case is kind of important. I would like to get back to that. But he's likely just gone dark and he won't show up until the plot needs him again. Most likely when Van is back and needed. Nod's taken on the task of dealing with everything related to the gardens recently. Honestly, with all the roles he's undertaken, he should have enough experience for a promotion. Not that he seems to care all that much. Well, I guess he's even busier with our quest as an A rank, huh? Or he'd be even busier. Yeah, I think I might understand where he's coming from. So he's gonna be a A rank racer, potentially. Assuming there's probably one in here. Yes, there is. It'd be nice if we could, like, click it and just have it toggle, so we only have to hear the wub once.
Seek out never-before-seen treasures as the curtain unfolds on an all-new adventure. The Adventures of Rockford, Golden Calamity. In theaters now.
Yeah. The shard tokens here that you can find in the real world, it's just a clever way to actually make you explore the areas you wouldn't normally need to ever go.
Now playing at a theater near you. Take wing and soar above the court.
I can't complain. I like taking a look at their worlds. I think I missed one over there. And see, what the bunny picked up was the seagulls. It's really interesting, Mina. Mommy loves hearing your stories.
Rightfully ours.
Was that from a book someone read you? Or did you come up with it by yourself? Yeah, it was both. So she used her imagination to add on to a storybook? Is that what she means? I don't see why it was so interesting. How about you tell me the rest after we get home, okay? See, Mommy needs to go to the bank right now, and we need to be really quiet when we're inside. Aww. Don't be sad, Mine. I promised you could tell me the ending at home, didn't I? Yoink. Another one over there, but we can pick it up later. My daughter loves talking to me about all kinds of things. She actually used to be a bit unruly and always throwing tantrums. But I think it was because I wasn't giving her proper attention, so I've been trying to engage with her more often lately. You know, she's actually about to start Sunday school in April. I hope she'll be okay. Well, just in case, I plan on letting her do a few trial classes beforehand. Hopefully they'll go smoothly.
Seek out never-before-seen treasures.
I love Mommy because she listens to all my stories. Before, when she didn't listen, it made me really sad.
Golden Calamity. In theaters now.
Seems there's not much to worry about on Station Street today. Feels like Edith's been a little brighter ever since that mafia group disappeared. Still, this small-time crime never sleeps. I'll need to keep an eye out. I believe that's all of the shards, and we probably got an achievement for it. Yep. 4 vitality droplets. Let's see, do we have to... Is there another one for collection? There it is. 10,000 S tokens. That's a lot.
Take wing and soar above the court.
So what's our
What's
forest
on the
PG?
menu?
On the hunt. Eddie works at one of the roasted chestnut stalls I run. But it's been a few days now since he's shown up. And considering his past with Desire, I worry he might have had a sort of run-in with a few gangsters. You mind looking into what happened to him for me? If you need any more info to work off of, I'll be at the terrace in front of the station. Manager Thompson. Oh. So we have to find Eddie again. Are you the Thompson that sent in the request? Oh yes, I take it that means you're the Spriggan, correct? You're a bit different from what I imagined. Well, the guy who usually does these jobs had to leave Edith for a bit. So we're helping him out by taking on the request ourselves. We're fully equipped to take care of things as well as any Spriggan would. You've also been made aware of the goings-on behind the scenes in the capital. You can rely on us. I see. In that case, I feel like I've seen that woman before. Maybe it's just my imagination. How we get down to it then? Of course, whenever you're ready. Your request was about someone named Eddie going missing, right? That's right. I'll go ahead and give you the full rundown. You see, there are several food stands throughout the capital. Eddie started working a stand selling roasted nuts at the end of last year. Oh yeah, he was at Riverside. Eddie, that's a name from Van's notes. The son of a general store owner in Old Town. Used to be a member of a gang called Desire. A former gang member, huh? Sounds like foul play could be involved. Is that why you put out a 4 SPG instead of going to the guild or the police? That's right, but I'm telling you, Eddie's turned over a new leaf. He's a real hard worker. I just can't believe that he'd up and leave without saying a word to anyone. So, do you think you could find out what happened to him? What do you think? What do you think we should do, S? S says we do it. Alright, leave it to us. Well, I certainly have no objections. Not to mention, if there's any possibility that he's in danger, it's my duty to help. I appreciate it. Please find out whatever you can about what's happened to Eddie. I'd like to lend you a hand, but I do have to get back to work after this. If you find out anything in the meantime, please feel free to contact me. Okay, we'll do our best. Alright then, I'll be waiting for some good news. He wasn't looking back to see you wave. Desire, huh? According to Van, several of their members were brutally killed a couple of days ago. And now former members gone missing? It's certainly possible that these events are connected, but we shouldn't jump to any conclusions at this stage. Let's take things slowly. We should start by talking to people in Van's network who might know Eddie. Well, we know who Eddie's mom is, don't we? Let's get to it then, to Newberry General Store.
Let's start this 4 SPG, shall we?
I wonder if this...
Do we have free time points? No.
I'll gladly take that off your hands.
Be better this year.
Okay.
Teleport
Ready to
right
go?
there. Nice and quick.
I see you're working hard as always.
Oh, hello. Are you Brenda? Yes, I am. I assume you're the substitute Spriggans filling in for Van. You mentioned you might stop by while he was gone. Sounds like he laid the groundwork for us then. What a nice guy. Well, he may have a tendency to act aloof at times, but you can always count on him to take care of his own. That particular aspect of his hasn't changed a bit. He mentioned you as well, Lane. You're here to watch over them in his stead, right? My, someone like you helping Van out, I guess he really has moved up in the world. That aside, we actually came here to ask you something. It's about your son, Eddie. Eddie, has something happened to him? I thought he was finally getting his life on track. I mean, he'd been coming by so often lately. But then he just stopped, and nobody I've spoken to has seen or heard from him either. I'm starting to worry. Well, there's no need to jump to conclusions just yet. Although it's a bit concerning that he hasn't been home recently. Eddie hasn't shown up at work either, so his boss at the food stand wanted us to check on him. That's why we came to you. We were hoping he might have told you where he was headed. That boy causing trouble for his boss, too? Well, I'm not sure how helpful this will be, but when I last saw him, he seemed a little anxious. He told me he wasn't going to be back for a while. I figured he meant he was going to be busy with work. I have a feeling he's gotten himself wrapped up in some trouble with that old gang of his. After all, they were pretty angry about him leaving. I'm worried they might still hold a grudge against him. I understand your concern, but I think that the chances of that are pretty low. Most of Desire's higher-ups are either dead or wounded, and their leaders in custody. As an organized gang, they're practically finished. Yeah, I doubt they have the manpower to go after anyone who's left. Really? But that still doesn't explain where Eddie's gone. Listen, if you have the time, I'd genuinely appreciate you keeping an eye out for him. I need to make sure that idiot son of mine is safe. Leave it to us. We'll do everything we can to find him. Well, that gleaned no new information. Well, now we know he hasn't been home either. Couple that with the fact he didn't tell his mom anything useful, and we're right back to where we started. Black Lake District's probably going to be our best bet then. Considering the people involved, I mean. Actually, I suggest we seek out a more reliable source. I believe Van mentioned wanting to introduce you if the opportunity presented itself. Using her Zypha, Elaine called up this particular reliable source. Oh, Bermati. Hello there, you must be Van's newest little attendants. My name's Bermati and I'm a bartender. However, I'm also well known for my intimate relations with Van. Is that so? Ooh, I'd love to hear any stories you have. Although I understand any hesitancy you may have about him, he's one of the best information dealers out there. Both Van and I make great use of him. But with that, let's get back to business. Bermati, there's something we'd like to ask you. Anything for you, Elaine? Based on the timing, I'd assume you'd like to know about the happenings surrounding Desire. It sounds like you know exactly what's going on then. Of course I do. These past few days, the remaining numbers have been disappearing one after the other. It would seem the other gangs have finally declared a hunting season. Some of their members have faced capture already, though many more have gone into hiding. Hunting season. Desire was an organization with cunning leadership. That leadership always made sure they were at the top of the underworld. To see their ambitions fulfilled, however, they made a choice to trample upon a number of other gangs. Unsurprisingly, this created enemies. Enemies who have the perfect opportunity to enact revenge on their past tormentors. Now that Desire's down on its luck. Is that the gist of it? Bingo. The situation has been escalating at a rapid pace lately. Most of these hunters aren't even attempting to hide who they're targeting anymore. Actually, it seems that one group was recently acting up at the Center Marché. That might be a good place to start. Right, I appreciate the intel. We'll head over now. There's no need for thanks. After all, only the best for my dearest Van and Elaine. Swin and Nadia, darlings, feel free to use little old me to your advantage in the future. If you're ever in a pinch, just give me a ring. Of course, we appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Barry. Oh my, now that's a new one. I'll be looking forward to chatting with you in the future, Nadia. They will have very enlightening conversations. Well, looks like our next destination's set. We'll look into what the gangs are doing at the Marché and see if we can get some info on Eddie. Yes, we don't know for certain if he's a target this hunting season. But you have to admit, the timing's a little convenient. No way it's not related. We don't have any other leads at the moment either. Let's find someone familiar with the Marché and see if they know anything. Hunting season. Well, we have to go all the way down the list, so...
Zoom!
Yes, to the Tyrell District. Look at all these people to talk to. Looks like today's accident and incident tallies for the Tyrell District are down from last week.
Seek out never before
Let's just hope it stays that way.
unfolds on
Why the
all
doom and
new
gloom,
adventures.
Karen? Is there something you're expecting to happen? No, it's just, until recently the whole force was on maximum alert, and we still don't really know what about. It ended as quickly as it started, but that only has me more anxious, and now my mind keeps drifting back to it. Ah, I getcha. The whole mess was way bizarre. Definitely makes you wonder.
Now playing at a theater near you.
On top of that, it happened right after we finally got to stop watching our backs for Almada. I gotta let it go on some level, Karen. We won't be able to focus on the work at hand. I know. It's just hard to get it out of my head.
We embarked on a journey.
Sigh. I envy you sometimes, Nancy. You're always so in control of your emotions. You must be referring to the incident with that Crimson Beast. It only stands to reason that the local authorities would be slightly on edge, too. That said, most of the details are probably being kept under wraps. Still, I get why they'd feel uneasy even if there haven't been any new cases. We're pretty much in the same boat.
Story of blood-stained earth, and of how a young band of
Life tends to move on whether you like it or not. Knowing when and how to switch gears is the only real way to deal with that. Karen has a tough time getting out of her serious mode though, so I'll just have to nudge her out myself. I guess I can't deny that things are more peaceful now. It's our job as police officers to keep it that way. Until last year, that rotten low-down mafia had the entire populace wrapped up in terror. We have to do everything in our power to make sure our citizens never feel that unsafe again. Nadio's in the way. Oh boy, these three. Wait, are you serious, son? When the heck did you land that gig? I didn't even realize amateur modeling was a thing before now. Marilyn was the one who got me into it. Up until last year, I was really struggling in how to reconcile my heritage with what I want to do. But then she found me a job where I can make the most of my individuality. Props for that, Marilyn. It wasn't much on my part, really. I simply looked for something that I thought would suit you. After all, you're adorable enough to pull off any outfit, Eastern or otherwise. For real? Dang, Marilyn, you're practically a talent agent now. Way to go. You know, son, if you're looking to get into the entertainment biz, you could have reached out to me, too. Sure, it's not the big time or anything, but my dad does own a talent agency. Well, I'm not so sure anything would come out of asking you, though, Peter. I'd have probably died of embarrassment anyway. And well, to be honest, the fact he even had those connections kind of slipped my mind. Yep. How does this always happen to me? If Song could find a new path for herself, why can't I? Don't be so negative. You always gotta make me the butt monkey, don't they? And I'll show them. Over this last year, my dad and I have managed to get on better speaking terms. Not really keen on using his connections, but it does give me an idea. I truly am glad I brought Sana into the industry. She's been even cheerier for it ever since. But that doesn't mean our dynamic has changed, however. I'll be watching over her from the sidelines as always. As for Peter, what could be going through his head at this point? Not that I can hazard a guess. An occasional magazine photo shoot won't change my life or anything, so I'm just gonna enjoy it as it comes. Even if I don't end up making a full-time career out of modeling, I'd say it's still worth the while. And best of all, it's a match to a whole bunch of new ways to change up my personal style.
The Adventures of Rockford.
Gotta thank Marilyn. And Marilyn, thank for that.
So sleepy.
I have to talk over Judith yelling at us through the speakerphone. Here, let's talk to the shop person first. Welcome to Stewart Bookstore. Browse around and you're sure to find something that suits your fancy. After installing a computer to match your inventory last year, we've been experimenting with a number of other services as well. Our new online ordering and reservation system, for example, has been very well received. Eventually, I'd like to implement a mail order service that delivers directly from warehouse to customer. That'll require coordinating with vendors, however, so it's still a work in progress.
Oh, please take as much
Proverbs
time
of
as
the
you
Warrior.
need. I hope to see you again.
New students. You said you needed a book on first aid for the festival, right? Let's see, would something like this do the trick? Whoa, the author even specializes in sports medicine. It's perfect. I knew you'd come through, Arya. Don't mention it. There's a reason I'm the Academy's head student librarian, after all. It's surprising to see someone outside the library committee ordering books, though. You must be really keeping busy, Sasha. Hey, this is what I signed up for as a general club manager. I'd say the work is its own reward. I think we met Sasha in the previous game, but we did not meet Arya. I'm searching for the latest business magazines. No sooner had the new year started than the Vern Company restructured their personnel. The launch of the T-Phone followed right after. On top of that, reparations from the Empire have ended. Keeping abreast of financial news is more vital now than ever before. One must always remain aware of any shifts in the economic climate, whether current or upcoming.
I found this cute little shop the other day.
Chino. Hey, you heard those crazy rumors, right? You know, with the disappearance and some screaming and stuff, some are even saying it might be a serial killer. Yeah, people talk about it here and there when I'm on the road. There were never any official statements or anything, so it's kind of been petering out. Guess that means it was just an urban legend, huh? Are you kidding? Where there's smoke, there's fire. There has to be something that got the grapevine going. Sure, but I can easily see this being one or two incidents get blown out of proportion after 3 or 4 retellings. Either way, if those things actually happen, then I'm more than happy to have them over and done with. Feels like the T-phones are all people are talking about nowadays. Can't say I blame them, though. I mean, just a click of a button and you've got access to all kinds of info. Whether from social media, forums, rumor mills, you name it. And okay, sure they're expensive, but come on. With a selling point like that, I can't just not buy one. I like Gotham as much as the next guy, but anything that hits too close to reality just spooks me out. Police haven't said anything though, so it probably is just a rumor. I hope. I am genuinely curious, will more people wander in this way and get stuck in the line? We have another NPC coming this way. This is a time to experiment. I know somewhere there is a fast forward factor. Here it is. 4 times speed.
Okay.
We have a new NPC in the conga line. Oh, she cut in line.
Go.
Okay.
I really want to see if another NPC will get caught up here.
Saga of Ravana, the story of blood-stained Earth, and of how a
I'm going to guess that it's capped out. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more
Okay.
NPCs. Alright, I'm going to turn the speed down. Well, keep in mind, it's in this menu. We'll turn it back to, yeah, I think 2.0 is a good number. It allows us to keep some control while having it be sped up. Anyway. Hello, take your time and let me know when you're ready to order. Not much of a talker, this chef. Kinda gives me a funny feeling, though. Yeah, I think you're onto something. Little wonder those two would notice. This man is a martial artist of Heiwei, but it probably doesn't stop there.
May I help you?
Jiggly almond tofu.
Thank you.
That reminds me.
This tastes great.
I'm sad that I accidentally
This tastes great.
delayed making my my banana bread pudding for too long, and the stale bread got moldy. I had to toss it. Yeah, depressing. What is this? The substitute Spriggans are gracing our establishment already. And with Beauty's Blade as her chaperone, no less. The rumors held weight after all, it seems. Wow, news must travel fast when you're a front for Heiwei. Man's notes didn't mention that. Should we be on our guards? It's better than being caught unawares, but there's no need to go overboard. This restaurant's kept in check by the guild and vice versa. Essentially, the family it belongs to is run by a neutral elder. Now, enough with the glaring. This is nothing more than a humble eatery. Besides, it's not as though we have any sinister plans for you in particular. We'd even be willing to strike a deal if push comes to shove. How about if we just want to come here and eat like normal people? Is that okay? Anytime. Believe it or not, our food has one of the best reputations around. I can vouch for the taste, so please feast away. It would be our pleasure to lighten your wallets. There are a number of different families in Heiwei, and not all of them are as prudent as ours. Matters are growing harried on that front, but it's nothing you need to concern yourselves with. You may end up petitioning some more Spriggan assistance, though, if the situation demands it. If I recall correctly, the Lai family was quashed when its collusion with Almado was uncovered. Heiwei must still be dealing with the aftermath of that. Is there anybody on the upper level here? There's a few people on the upper level. Okay, that's every customer served. Maybe I can use the extra time to lend Bill and Kohan a hand. It took a while, but I've gotten pretty used to this job. I mean, sure, finding out what's actually going on with Miss Mel made my jaw drop. But she doesn't treat me any differently for it. If anything, I feel like I can trust her even more now. Oops, there I go again, blabbing secrets out loud to myself. Our chef, Calhoun, can be a little surly, but don't hold that against him. His food's no joke, and he's more of a gentleman than he looks. Plus, he's got a few hidden tricks up his sleeves. Back during the Revolution Festival, he protected me with his bare fists. You really can't judge a book by its cover.
This Eastern cuisine is delicious.
Oh, it's the drivers. Hey, did you hear about that luxury car going on display in Longport? Huh? Oh, you mean the special edition model they're unveiling for Lunar New Year? Sometimes I forget how big of a fan you are of that brand, Downey. Hell yeah, man. Now that it's on my radar, I can't rest until I see that baby in person. Pack your bags, Hades. It's time to get our asses to Longport stat. Hang on a minute. Want to go now? I got my own plans too, you know. Downey used the dictionary definition of inconsiderate. I've already got my own plans. You could at least ask if I'm free before trying to drag me halfway across the country.
So sleepy.
A luxury car from Red Star? The brand that owes my soul? Can you believe it? I just gotta see that baby for myself, and there's no better way to do that than haul ass to Longport. Sheesh, my team makes more of a ruckus than the hot rods we drive. It's a wonder they have enough roadside etiquette to avoid causing trouble for normal folks on public streets. Guess they wouldn't call us automaniacs if we weren't a little maniacal, though. I'll just have to keep them in line somehow. So, about my Kabul, I think it's time I started playing around with aerodynamics. Seriously, Unifer? Why couldn't you mention this before we tuned it up and we put it on the road? You were so pumped about taking Lucio on with what you got. What changed? Everything! Didn't you see those new parts Ingrid had on the last Z1? Oh, talk about revving your engines. It must be the Motorheads band was talking about. The street racers, you mean? They're definitely orbital car enthusiasts, to put it lightly. Lucio said he doesn't have the mirror to spare on racing anymore, but that hasn't slowed his wheels any. He's even doing research into auto parts from what I can tell. It'd be good to hit him up for some advice next time. I'm more an Ingrid and Leno gal, so I'll bet he's got a lot to teach about the other brands. Yeah, he has to work at the store because his dad is, in jail now, right? Ooh, this food cart here looks pretty promising. Welcome. Care for a drink? I have a few desserts on offer as well. Looks like you've given some of your menu items an Eastern spin. Guessing you tweak things according to where you set up shop. Tito's familiarity with Eastern culture lends an authenticity to what goes beyond a mere spin. Achieving this level of accuracy speaks to your considerable amount of skill and experience, though. On the contrary, I still have much to learn. The best beverages are those that are tailored to the customer's mood, not to mention the current temperature and humidity. It's a simple concept, but profound all the same. Even now, I'm working to improve day by day. All this mixology talk's really working up a thirst, huh, us? Yeah, maybe we can get something non-alcoholic for ourselves. It's been about a year since I opened this mobile bar, but I still feel there's more I can get out of it. On that note, there's been noticeably less foot traffic around here than usual. The temporary closure of Esprit Cinema seems to be the main cause of that. Oh, we can't watch movies? I'm looking forward to the crowds it'll bring upon its grand reopening.
Hello.
Chino salad. Pairs well with cocktails.
Thank you.
Wow, this is incredible.
Listen to this, you guys.
Wrong way.
Looks like they aren't open right now. Haven't been using this again.
You heard the news?
Just gonna go around and collect all the stuff that I missed. Found the garden entrance. Click. Thankfully, the loading and unloading is nice and fast. I wonder if we'll get something that shows if we have any remaining shards left to collect in areas. Did I pick it up? Looks like I did. It's this one, though.
I've got some delicious ice
Care for
cream.
some popcorn?
Yeah, there's like some that are back there too. There's one inside the movie theater. Disappointed. There's also a chest back there. The Z1 Finals, a T-phone, and the new spring fashion collections. Now, if only I had more eyes to keep an eye on all this year's hottest events and trends. In a perfect world, I'd hop on the bandwagon for each and every one of them. But to be honest, my wallet just can't afford that. Sometimes it feels like opportunity has my door blacklisted. Sigh. Guess time will only tell how much of level 9 I'll get to enjoy. I wonder if the future has anything good in store for me. I've given up on getting scouted at this point, so that's out. Last year's EGC wound up getting postponed for only a day, though, so I still got to go in the end. It's gotta be a good omen, right? Maybe the luck will carry over into this year. Music Shop Brothers.
Take wing and soar above the court and blaze a trail for those who follow.
I hadn't realized Esprit Cinema was temporarily closed. Dash it all. Suppose I have no choice but to go to the multiplex at the Tree and Mall instead, much as I prefer otherwise. Frankly, the atmosphere of that place isn't my cup of tea.
Saga of Ravana, the Return of the King. Now,
Hey there, how about some popcorn? There's no better snack when you're at the movies. Of course, that point's kind of moot since Esprit Cinema's closed for remodeling right now. But popcorn's delicious no matter the occasion, so come and get it while it's hot. The movie theater is starting to show its age, so they decide renovations were in order. It only makes sense. The multiplex over at the Tree and Mall is going to be stiff competition, well, with all their state-of-the-art equipment.
Hi there.
Yellow popcorn, honey churro.
Come again.
Wow, this is incredible. This tastes great.
Iced cream. Hey there, guys. Want to try our new special? I call it the Winter Combo. The cold weather doesn't take away from the taste. If anything, it actually accentuates it. Oh, what's this? I spot a gourmet in your midst. Isn't that right, young lady? Aw, was that obvious? I've got an extra stomach for sweets, so yeah, you could say I'm a sugarholic. Thought as much. How about I try and guess your favorite flavor to boot? Now let's see, what kind of vibe am I picking up? You read as a citrus and chocolate girl and everything in between, too. In other words, when it comes to ice cream, you don't limit yourself to a single flavor or topping. You like them all. Holy moly, you're right on the nose. Any ice cream is nice cream in my book. Call it an unconditional love. So, how'd you know, ESP? Spy Network? Taking Nadia as an ice cream enjoyer on site is one thing, but her flavor preferences? Or lack thereof, rather. Seems like it was less of an educated guess and more pure intuition. It's pretty impressive on its own, though. Sussing out a customer's taste is a gift that comes from interacting with so many sweet tooths. It's like we're all part of the same mouth, or like our hearts are connected, to put it in a less gross way. Anyhow, that's my secret. Nowadays, I can see most of people's favorite flavors written all over them.
What can I get for you?
Winter Combo. Bye.
Thanks for shopping.
Here you go.
Okay, I'm full now.
Let's see here.
50% grape juice, strawberry olé. Consume both. Man, never seen Marielle this gung-ho before. Apparently the editor-in-chief's given her a little more freedom to act on her own as a reward for her accomplishments last year. Sigh. One minute I'm showing her the ropes, and the next she's climbing up above me. Can't tell if I'm more proud or jealous. Last year, I kept getting assigned to other departments that needed a hand. But much to my relief, they're having me focus on the culture section for a time being. It'll mostly be Z1 coverage though, so I'm gonna have to rev my engines to keep up. Welcome to the Tyrell Times. How may I help you today? If you're here to speak with one of our reporters, I'm afraid there may be a bit of a wait. Everyone has a lot on their plates with all the events and other high-profile happenings this year. I have to wonder if Marielle's going to be alright though. She's been doing more independent investigations than ever now. It's hard not to worry that she might be getting in over her head. I understand that Marielle's been conducting an independent investigation. Frankly, it's more than a little concerning, but so long as it doesn't impact her work on the culture section, we'll just keep an eye out for now. Given her past performance, I'm willing to allow some leeway on what she chooses to cover. The girl has a keen instinct, all told. Acting on it was precisely what led to her achievements last year. Marielle always strove to measure up with Dingo, so I was afraid his passing would cause her to lose her way. It seems fears were unfounded, though. She's been absorbing his teachings and improving as a reporter one step at a time. Of course, she's still a greenhorn with a tendency to leap before she looks. But I'd say she's making steady progress toward forging a path on her own, separate from Dingo's. Path of her own. Hey, Marielle. Oh, nice of you to visit, Elaine. And who do we have here? He's a Spriggans band appointed to fill in for him while he's out of the capital. I issued a request to the both of them, hence why they're assisting me right now. How do you do? I'm Ann, and this is S. You must be Marielle. We read about you in the files Van left us. Oh, you sure are polite. N and S, was it? Her name is Nadia and mine is Swin. She's just messing with you. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Oh, sounds like you two must be pretty close. I learned about that criminal who appeared at the Republican Army garrison, by the way. Nothing to notice happened since the incident, so the police and government are both at a standstill. On top of that, there's another troubling case I've been keeping tabs on recently. The journalist I looked up to told me to follow my intuition, so I'm going to stick this one out a bit. The journalist she looked up to. I think I can guess who that might be. Not really following, but I like the confidence. Good luck out there. I still got a lot to learn as a journalist, but for now, I'm going to follow my gut and pound the pavements in search of a scoop. It was nice meeting you, by the way. If you run into any good leads, be sure to let me in on them. Maybe. We'll see. Hey, Kageyoshi. What is this rude little fuzzball's problem? Shoo! Go yell at someone your own size. Isn't she someone? Oh yeah, she's from the Blacklight District, isn't she? Hey, just look at all this hustle and bustle. Go where the people gather and cast a wide net. That's business 101. Today's shaping up to be a grand old time. Anyone else hearing this lady? Can't put my finger on it, but something definitely feels off about her. It's hard to disagree.
Okay.
The storybook girl is gone. Or maybe she moved inside.
Seek out never-before-seen treasures
What
as
do
the
we
curtain
have here?
unfolds on an
2
all-new
exquisite
adventure.
specimens.
The adventures
Each has
of
an impressive
Rockford.
demeanor and sense of style that perfectly complement their natural beauty. Blonde one feels somehow familiar, though. Perhaps she's already broken into the industry? Pardon me, but may we help you? I can't think of many respectable reasons to leer at a woman's figure and ogle her every move.
Now play.
Sounded to me like he was analyzing our chart points, though.
And soar above
Maybe
the
this isn't just your average girl watcher. Where are my manners? My apologies for any discomfort I've caused. Let me explain. I'm a scout for fashion models, both professional and amateur, the latter of which is new to the scene. My work entails hunting around for individuals who have a gift for making the most of their wardrobes. I spoke up because I believe both of you possess what it takes to rise up to the top of the industry. Fashion models? Now you've got my attention. I did hear some places in Calvert these days are hiring rookies their readers can relate to better.
A story of blood-stained
Now I
murder,
understand.
and
Looking
of
for
how a
new
young
girls to
band of
feature in
soldiers
magazines with the
managed
hopes
to
they'll
survive.
ultimately grace the EGC runway. Having said that, we don't have the time to spare for such activities. So I'm afraid we'll have to decline. That's a shame, but I understand fully. Personal circumstances and whatnot. I do most of my scouting in this general area, so feel free to reach out if you change your minds. Seems walking around town with these two at once turns a lot of heads. Lesson learned. Models come in different types. Most recent on the scene are the ones who do amateur work for magazines and such. There's this girl named San, for example. One of her friends introduced us to each other late last year, after which I scouted her. She only takes on assignments every so often, but it's done wonders for her confidence and self-esteem. These occasional chances to guide someone's life in a positive direction is part of what makes this job so rewarding.
I get to go shopping with Mommy. The flavor they added is super good.
Welcome to Macmillan Cafe. Just let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I may only be a part-timer, but don't worry, my resume's pretty hefty. I'm only working here at the cafe right now, but I used to have a whole list of part-time jobs. So if there's one thing I got, it's experience, and you'd better believe I'll put it to use. Welcome to the Macmillan Cafe. Take a seat anywhere you like. As the Tyrell district can get rather lively, my goal is to provide a place of solace in the midst of all the hubbub. We get customers of all sorts in here, each with their own wants that we strive to accommodate. So please, do let me know if you have any special concerns and need attention. The cafe's been seeing a lot more students and other youngsters now that spring is almost here. By the same token, I've also noticed a rise in folks ready to start a new life, as well as those who are anxious about doing so. My hope is that this place can help soothe their minds as they embark on the paths before them.
All right, let's move.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
Oh, we got the very enthusiastic voice for this guy. My Sunday school teacher and friends helped me get used to Calvert pretty fast. But it's even better now that Mommy's settling in too. I think she's lonely though, since Daddy's always busy. Maybe she should make her own friends. Our family has been living in this country since my husband transferred here for work last year. Near the end of December, we returned to Elsame to hear the Grand Prince's New Year's address and join in the festivities. What's strange is upon our return to the Republic, I felt serene. Not quite as much as I would in my ancestral home, but still. It came as a bit of a shock. I suppose I've become more accustomed to life in Calvert than I realized. I wonder how accustomed I get to the lifestyle, though not having any familiar faces around me can be rather isolating. Sigh. It'd be nice if I could get to know the people in my neighborhood better. I'm a bit envious of Lolo in that sense. He made friends the moment he entered Sunday school here. Alright, shard scanning time. We have talked to everybody. All we need to do is collect.
We embarked on a journey to reclaim what was rightfully ours. Return of the King, now claimed.
Return of the King? Well, I mean, somebody on the Falcon writing staff likes Lord of the Rings.
How a young band of soldiers.
I believe we have collected all the loot here. Let's make sure we talk to everybody. We have. Trion Tower is our main destination, so we'll do our side quest first. To the Center Marché.
Zoom!
Hey there. How's business treating you?
Fresh produce straight from the farm.
Take a look at my wares.
You never guess just by looking, but I'm actually big into Central Eastern culture. The way every tribe has its own patterns and stuff is just so unbelievably cool. It's exactly the sort of unique flavor I want to weave into my brand.
Anything strike your fancy?
Okay.
Thanks.
Feast your eyes on this.
This is kind of fun.
This hardware store doubles as an arms dealer, right? Oh yeah, Van mentioned that in his handover notes. What's this about a handover? These two are filling in for the time being as Archive Solutions substitute Spriggans. We'd appreciate it if you were willing to sell them some of your weaponry. Oh, well, anybody a bracer like yourself is willing to vouch for is alright with me. Feel free to take a look at what I got. Feel free to browse around for whatever weapons you might need. No guarantees that they'll meet your standards, though.
Want to take a look?
I believe we have the upgraded versions of these now, right? Yeah, we have the upgraded versions of all these weapons.
Come again.
Yeah, and we have new over here.
Want some veggies?
Oh, it's Lashkar. The pattern on his fur, the shape of his tail. Could it really be him? Oh, it's gotta be. He actually made it out alive. Oh, sorry about that. Can I help you? We're alright, thank you. Something seems to be going on with him. It's that boy from Prey Village I read about in Van's files. Is he looking for a dog? Or, no, a cat? One of his friends from home had a cat, right? Gotta admit, I'm itching to know what his deal is. Sorry about that. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Which do you want?
Veggie sticks. I'll take.
Thanks a bunch.
This
Crunch.
tastes great.
It feels as if Lashkar's mind has been elsewhere lately. Naturally, I'm concerned. Don't tell me a word no matter how much I ask. My husband has been engrossed in this idol duo called With You recently. One of their members is a young lady named Lulua who lives in an apartment nearby. He visited our store a few times here and there, and he's been an ardent fan ever since.
All right, let's move.
I've been holding out for a new record release from that idol group with you. But apparently the agency those girls signed up with has no desire to move forward with one. They insist it won't sell well right now, but how can they know for sure if they never take a chance? Music producers have no eye for talent, I tell you.
Oh, hello! Welcome!
Offers a confrontation, might as well buy it. And Soul Chef Frying. Tips for
You're welcome
frying
back
foods.
anytime.
Fish and tartar time. Guessing that's a Nadia recipe. I'll go over here first. Okay. You can technically fish here,
Let's get started.
and there's only Kasigan. But hey, he's got his own personal fishing spot. If you're looking for Makino, Kyle, and Shannon, they're off on a fishing trip and mess with them. This place can get mighty lonesome without those kids around.
Anything you want?
Line roller. Bought, and I'll buy the dumplings too because it's limited.
Hope you get good use out of it.
Doggo. Good doggo. I'm betting there's like nothing here. Yeah. It's only located in the town areas. What did we just get? Custom fishing parts obtained. Cura Balm is such a pathetic reward. End up all the way on the opposite end. Oh, look at all the pretty gems and accessories. Why, thank you, my dear. Everything we carry is a genuine article. Just ask, you gotta get me one of these stat. That's going to help us with our mission, how? I don't think that's quite our intention. Why do we even bother with him? Window shoppers, and here I thought you were people of means. So be it, we have a few value items. Browse them as you please.
Better not be window shopping.
Rude.
What, done already?
Buckwheat flour prices are finally down after last year's tragedy, and Cray Village sent them rocketing sky high. As you might imagine, it's still not as low as it once was. Perhaps I should consider scouring the market for imports. Eager to put a nice hearty pep in your step? Look no further than our meats. We got everything: beef, pork, chicken, heck, even mutton and camel. Stop on by and take a look.
What can I get for you?
Nothing
Thanks a
new.
bunch. Hey, welcome.
My little girl just adores fish, and she's incredibly knowledgeable for her age to boot. Guess you're thinking she'll grow up to be an... I'm looking up what that word is, out of curiosity. Give me a second. I also don't know how to pronounce it. Ichthyologist. It's gonna... There we go. It is a biological scientist specializing in the study of fish. So it's like less being a fisherman and more studying fish. Okay. Be an ichthyologist instead of a fishmonger like your old man.
All right, let's move.
And his name is Trout, I just noticed that. If you think prepping fish is a pain, we've got you covered. Just ask my dad and he'll clean one for you like a pro. I suggest getting the three-piece fillet. That'll give you the most basic cuts for seafood dishes. I like how the camera doesn't, like, pan down for her.
Thank you.
More adorable that way.
Check out what I have on offer.
It's a home cookbook you're reading, right? You start helping your dad out in the kitchen or something? A bit, yeah. I want to make it easier on him, even if it's only a little. All I've really done so far is get in his way, though.
Center Marche really does have everything.
Pretty cool you're always helping your mom with her fruit stall, Shell. Oh, really? I don't think it's that big a deal.
Please check out my wares.
Enlightening conversation. Don and I are neighbors, and we both have kids who are right around the same age. He often shares some of his cooking with us as thanks for our fruits. At this point, it's almost as if we're one big happy family.
There's so much to see.
Little Shell's doing me a real favor keeping my son company. I could focus on shopping for today.
Let me know if you need anything
Dried
at all.
mango.
Please, come back
Tastes
anytime.
even sweeter than it did when it was fresh.
Okay, I'm full now.
We got our garden entrance. I guess we don't need to access it. We only need to activate it, right? Yeah, we only need to activate it. So this sandwich was made entirely with ingredients sourced from here in the market, huh? Interesting. Munch munch. Freshness definitely makes for a crisper mouthfeel. I'm gonna have to chomp. Try this place again. Crunch. Sometime. Gulp.
Okay.
Agreed, Swin. Munch munch. What should I order next time? Running on an empty stomach? Why not fill up with a fruit sandwich? It's one of our signature items. 2 slices of bread with a heaping helping of fresh fruity goodness from Janista's stall in between.
What can I get for you?
Juicy fruit sandwich.
Thanks for shopping.
So many good
This tastes
ideas.
great.
If only I had a good recipe for some of these.
It's so lively around here.
Oh hey! Inspector Doswani. He seems to be enjoying a moment with his daughter. Hey Daddy, do we really get to spend the whole day together? I'm off duty today, so yes, barring any sudden emergency calls. I knew it. You love your job more than me. Not even close. You're always at the top of my list, sweetheart. I know this won't be nearly enough to make up for all the times you've been patient with me. But today, you're in charge. Wherever you want to go, whatever you want to buy, I'll make it happen. Yay! Let's go to that Canelé place together. You gotta bring some snacks back for Mommy. Canelé? Oh, you want canelés from that patisserie down the way. Why not? I'll get a big box for you to enjoy too, Giggy. You think your friend Nate'd like it if we got him some snacks too? You don't have to worry about him, sweetheart. Nate's really been getting his act together lately, so it's not as if he doesn't deserve it. But they got him out of town on a business trip right now. Oh, that doesn't sound like any fun at all. Our produce is 100% organic, so it takes a lot more labor and time to grow. But none of the stalls here are willing to buy at a price that reflects that. Sigh. I can't go back to Bomb like this. How would I ever face my family? Is that everybody? Nope. Our stock features a variety of local beers brewed in different corners of the Republic. They each have their own regional idiosyncrasies, so it can be fun to sample them and compare.
Hello there.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
Man, getting more customers than ever now. This goes to show how much a hit my pastries are, though. Being up to my ears in work never felt so good.
What's it gonna be? Later.
And I believe that covers every single stall. So now we just have this building that's right over here. And I guess the corner building.
I can't get enough of this heavenly scent.
Oh, it's Gray. Hello there, Gray. How's your work? Elaine, I was just getting ready to head out on my next job. It's just this old lady whose request I took on a while back lives in the area, and all by herself too. I was thinking of dropping by to check on her. You don't think that makes you too much of a busybody, do you? I can't make any sweeping judgments on that, but it is important to make a habit of being attentive whether towards the city itself or its residents. Doing so allows us to respond swiftly when the critical moment arrives. Take that into account and decide for yourself what a bracer should do in your shoes. I got you. Thanks a ton, Elaine. A+ advice from an A-rank bracer. He has good instincts and a promising future. I'd be lying if I said he didn't have my concerns, though. It's slight, but I think I get what you mean. Still, he seems like a capable guy overall. What would a bracer do? I have to figure that out for myself. By the way, Latchger also lives around this area, doesn't he? I've been a little worried about the kid. Probably won't hurt to check on him too while I'm at it.
Okay.
Every cafe latte I drink here is as sublime as the last. These perfect little coffee breaks just melt me away, body and mind. I don't think I could live without them anymore. Every cup of black coffee I drink here is as sublime as the last. The bitter flavors seep into the fabric of life itself, something only the truly mature can appreciate. I was a huge fan of this place way before they ever hired me. The more I stopped by, the more I fell in love with the way Mr. Ward brews his coffee. Fast forward to today, and here I am. Mr. Ward, I don't mean to boast, but we at Waltham sell our coffee beans wholesale to a number of other establishments. As it so happens, we have a long-standing business relationship with the Montmar Bistro in Old Town. It is largely due in part to the owner, Victor, that we came to be as renowned as we are. I would expect no less from him. He must have pretty good foresight. That's easy to believe after eating his food. The man knows quality when he sees it.
Welcome! Please stop by again!
That bombastic voice is so silly. Rest area? Hey, we found the, girl. The story reader. I think we've collected everything now. Nothing beats sipping a cafe au lait while gazing out at the bustling market. Not to sound full of myself, but it just gives me a real girl boss vibe, you know? Sure, I'll take your word for it. Sometimes it's nice to have a change of scenery before settling down with a good book. This year's edition of the Criminal Compendium looks especially gruesome. Can't wait to sink my teeth into it. Oh, this girl's got good taste in hobbies. You must be one of those true crime fanatics. I'm really questioning what your definition of good taste is. Still, Vance Files did mention a true crime buff who made for a good source of intel. They said she was usually in the Tyrell district, but I guess she's here now, conveniently for us.
So sleepy.
Finding a new spot to read up about felons of the world and their sordid deeds is actually a nice change of pace. This should help make some good progress on my intellectual pursuits. Yeah, it's like 2 different bits of dialogue, and then, at least I don't think that first bit was the same as, the second bit of dialogue I don't think was the same as the first.
Do you have a
Anyway,
moment?
topic. Kind of important. People going after former Desire members? Yeah, something like that has happened around here. Some people last night in the back alleys were wondering if I saw anyone that could be a Desire member. I didn't want to get involved, and personally I think it's much more interesting to watch from the sidelines. I see. Doesn't look like there's much of a hunt going on now, though. It's probably because they moved to another location. You're a sharp one. The Desire members aren't idiots. If someone comes to search you out, you naturally find a place to lay low for a while. Place to lay low. I think the most likely place to do so would be the sewers. Up until recently, Jeffrey and the others are using it as a temporary hideout. I think it might just be right. I saw some rough-looking types run off in that direction a little while ago. I'm guessing they were found out and had to resort to bunkering down in the sewers. Sounds like we got here just in time then. Let's head out. Yeah, we should get going. So the sewers in this area? Apparently so.
Let's be on our
The
way.
depths are off limits. Funny. Alright. Didn't I just say we were in the wrong? Please just let me go. I'll give you all my Mira. Shut up. No amount of Mira is gonna pay us back for all the years of suffering you guys put us through. Desire's reign is at an end. Now get down on your knees and beg like the dogs you are. Guess these Desire pricks weren't so high and mighty after all. Pissing me off that we were under their heel for so long. How's about we tie their legs and let them go for a swim? You know, please, you don't really want me to die, right? Must the sun appeal for mercy? Don't you remember when you did shit like this? That'll be enough of that, I think. Sorry, but I'm not willing to overlook senseless violence. Who the hell are you? This is none of your business. Looks like that info is spot on. They should know what's going on. Well, they'll spill their guts one way or another. Although I prefer we not resort to violence if we can help it. If you all answer our questions, this matter can be resolved peacefully. Hey, that woman over there. Isn't that the one... Isn't that the Blade or something, Bracer? The hell are you talking about? You think that some famous person would get involved in our little spats? Look, I don't know why you're here, but if you get in our way, you better be ready for a beating. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Ooh, why can't you losers learn to use your brains for once? If you already made up your mind, let's get this over with quickly. And there he goes. Leave him be for now. We need to take care of the perpetrators first. Damn it, you let him get away. They're just a couple of brats. Come on, let's get rid of them. That woman looks like she could totally kick our asses, though. They'll be too busy defending the kids. Just surround them. Here they come.
Deploying sharks! Just try and take me.
Fine, let's play.
You're freaking dead! A good chance, blank data.
That is not a lot of defense.
Do your worst.
Well,
Activating skill. Boost limit removed.
she did say to finish it quickly. Alright, why don't you tell us what you know? I can't believe we lost some kids and their chaperone. Hey, I can't move my body. What do you do? Is this string? Oh, come off. Yep, it's a special thread of mine, as fine as spider silk. The strongest of the strong couldn't get out of this stuff. It'd be practically impossible for you guys like you to get out of it. That's what you think. Well, if that won't hold you back, why don't we try this? Ha! What'd you do to me? I don't feel so good. So dizzy. All I did was give a thread a little tug. More importantly, are you going to answer our questions or not? Honestly, I'm fine with whatever you choose. We'll just leave you here and wait for all the blood to build in your head. You want to know what happens after that? I know you're concerned, but you can leave it to Nadia. This method never fails to get results. She won't cross any lines. Yes, well, considering you two are trained by the Gardens, forgive me if I have my concerns. I understand you have your faith in her, but there's almost certainly a difference between what you and I believe crosses the line. Just know that if things get out of hand, it'll be my duty to stop her. With Elaine's input, Nadia was made to perform a more subdued line of questioning on the gang members. In the end, they informed the group of their aims without creating any further fuss. So, it seems that Eddie really was a target. Doesn't sound like anyone's managed to find him yet, though. I don't think they were lying either. That reminds me, Brenda said he dropped by a few days ago, right? Yeah, that's when he mentioned he wouldn't be around for a while. In light of what we know about the hunt for former Desire members, it seems most likely Eddie hid himself away as to not get his mother involved. However, there's no guarantee he can keep himself safe until the end. The client's request was to figure out what happened to him, so we should focus on actually finding him first. At the moment, nothing else matters. In that case, why don't we head to the Satan District? Based on what those gang members said, it seems that's where he'd most likely be. They did say that a former Desire member had holed up somewhere over there. It also sounded like they'd already started their search of the area. We should hurry. To the Satan District. It is, not an actual place to go, so most likely we're only going to handle the 4SPG in that location.
Accessing your schedule.
There's a police station in the area, so it should be relatively safe around here. However, this spot in particular is known to be a place where shady people frequent. No, stop! Hey, what do you think you're doing? The kid's got nothing to do with this! Stop, get back here! What was that? Let's go take a look. We just heard a scream. Is everything alright? These gangsters just came out of nowhere and accused us of hiding someone. We told them we didn't know what they were talking about, but they took Frala with them as a hostage anyway. Frala? He's one of the girls on our team. Simon, our captain, went to go chase him down. It looks like we don't have time to waste. Do you know where they might have gone? The water entrance just under the bridge would be my best guess. They ran off in that direction at least. It'd be the most likely hiding place. Got it. Leave everything to us. The sewers again? It's like they're into the smell. Like they're into the smell or something. No time for complaining. Let's go. This is the Satan Waterworks. Nadia, you sensing anything? Yeah, it feels like a bunch of people just came through here. I think I can hear some voices too. They must be up ahead then. Not too late. I heard that you two are quite skilled, but that was an impressive analysis. This does seem to be where gang members ran off to. Let's remain cautious moving forward. Now, can we fully just go through here? Are the monsters not spawning?
Boost gauge is full.
Yeah, it seems like there aren't any monsters here today. There were. Whichever bracer they have stationed at this place, they're doing a pretty good job of keeping it clean. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Simon, come on, we know all about your friendship with Mark. I get that you were trying to cover for your friends in Desire, but even Eddie? That's real low. I'm only gonna say this once. Talk about Mark again, you'll get a face full of fist. That's beside the point anyway, I ain't covering for anyone. And even if I was, Eddie left Desire ages ago. Why, you think we just take his word for it? If you don't start talking, I'm sure we could find another way to get those lips flapping. I'm in. The longer it takes for you to fess up, the more time we have to think up ways to put this girl to use. I'm sure we can have all kinds of fun with her, but if that idea doesn't sit well with you, maybe it's time to rethink where your loyalties lie. Dirty bastards. Who are you? I apologize for the delay, but we'll be taking it from here. Some wannabe heroes, huh? You got a hostage. Try anything and see what happens. This girl's skin will split like a grape. A hostage definitely complicates things. If push comes to shove, we might need to rely on Nadia's abilities. Rah. Get your dirty paws off her. Oh, nice dropkick. Damn this kid. Eddie? Finally decided to show your face, huh? Eddie? Well, that was certainly unexpected. Rala, get over here. Simon, got it. Don't worry about me. Take the kid and get out of here. Alright, thanks. Be careful. So the brat escaped, huh? Damn, you sure made a good time to jump in, Eddie. Saved us the trouble of having to look for you. Look, if it's me you want, nobody else has to be involved. So you're Eddie, huh? You have a bit more backbone than I was expecting. You were asked by Thompson and your mother to find you. Manager and my ma, huh? Bunch of busybodies. Well, for the moment, we can see that you're fine. We'll talk about what comes next after we deal with these guys. Better be ready to show us a good time after you ruined all our fun. Make sure you get your hands on Eddie. It'll be a pain in the ass if he runs off again. Don't you worry about me. I've dealt with my fair share of punks before. Of that, I have no doubt.
Just try and take me.
They should have made Eddie an allied party member. To Eddie.
Come on.
There we go. They're all scanned. Goodbye.
Activating. Game limit removed.
Pant. If that got any longer, I might have been in trouble. Give up. You have no chance of winning. Unless you wish to be needlessly injured, I suggest you surrender. Shut up. We ain't going down that easily. Come on, get up. I'll call the others. These guys don't know when to quit. Guys who can't tell when to give up aren't exactly popular with the ladies, you know? I sure am tired, though. It's okay if I take a little nap here, right? Why would that even be okay? If you're tired, you're more than welcome to have a rest at our hotel suite. Okay. You're with the Bank of Edith. They're the ones from the fake kidnapping case, aren't they? I heard the old man was her bodyguard. But what are you doing here? Especially you, Bruzelia. You promised you'd stay out of trouble. That's my line, Eddie. You knew you'd be in danger, but you still ran off on your own. You don't want to cause trouble, then don't make others worry on your behalf. I see. I believe I understand the issue now. Let me be clear. Eddie is no longer involved with Desire. In fact, he's been received as an important guest at our hotel. I'd like to ask that you take your leave. If you bring harm to our guests in any way, shape, or form, we will show no mercy. What a pain in the ass. Screw it. There's no benefit to bagging Eddie anymore. Let's just clear out. Are you kidding? We're gonna give up just like that? You don't get it, do you? Bringing him in wasn't gonna make us any Mira anyway. But with these guys involved, the costs outweigh the benefit. Goodbye. So, I'm free? I don't have to keep hiding? Mr. Rumsfeld, thank you for your help. Seems you're far more involved than I imagined. Care to explain how you ended up here? Of course. We've known Eddie for a while now, you could say. We only did what we could to help him. However, we must all be exhausted after the incident. Rather than standing around in a sewer, why not return with us to more comfortable lodgings? I don't know why my neck and back hurts today. Usually it doesn't. Since they started doing those, doing a bunch of stretches and stuff for it. Helped a lot. Highly recommend. Just trying to do it maybe like before you go to bed. Back stretches. So in other words, you were holed up around here the entire time. Yeah, as soon as the other gang started taking revenge, I figured it was only a matter of time before they came for me. I didn't want to cause any trouble for my ma, so I thought I'd just lay low until all blew over. Actually, I started chatting with Roselia here through Orbmail some time ago. When he suddenly stopped answering my messages, I was worried sick. I felt like I had no choice but to put out a search for him. We finally found him taking shelter in an abandoned building. Of course, Eddie was hesitant to come with us, but we couldn't just leave him all alone and defenseless. I owe him a lot, so I wanted to do everything I could to help him in turn. That's right, he helped resolve the kidnapping situation you were involved in, didn't he? I remember now. Dad's note said something about Eddie thwarting the leader of Desire's real goal. Well then, I trust you now understand why we were so adamant on protecting Eddie. Originally, we had intended to offer him a place to stay in safety. However, he eventually ended up running off into danger all on his own. I suspect you can surmise the rest. I know they did me a solid by covering for me. I shouldn't have run off like that. But those rats started bringing in people who had nothing to do with any of this. I couldn't let that happen. You've truly matured, Eddie. However, it should be known that Miss Berzelia was the one to decide on coming to your aid. He was so brave for standing up to them. I just wanted to give him a hand. Wow, guess I really owe you one, huh? Well, aren't you two an interesting pair? I suppose it's more of a sibling relationship, though. Much different from me and S. Yeah, sure. Anyway. You've already contacted Thompson. He should be here soon. I see. Looks like I made him worry, too. You think he'll be mad? I know everything's settled down, but if he or my ma got wrapped up in this, I don't think you need to worry about that. Those gang members mentioned they weren't getting much benefit from targeting former Desire members. I think they've given up on pursuing you any further, Eddie. You should be safe. I've already reported the situation to the guild. Any hunt of theirs will be put to an immediate end. Wow, you already give a report to the guild? You really got your stuff together, Blade Lady. Huh. Guess that means I don't need to go back to hiding then. Found Eddie? Thompson, sorry for making you worry. There's no need to apologize. I heard you had a lot on your plate. From now on, I hope you'll feel you can come to me for any help you might need. And you all, thank you very much. It seems you went well beyond just finding the boy. I'll be sure to send the payment over as soon as I can. Thank you. You're happy to help. Another successful day of substitute sprigganing. It's been the first day. I'd also like to thank everyone at the hotel for all you've done for Eddie. Please, it was no problem at all. You simply returned an old favor. Yes, Eddie helped me, so it's my turn to help him. Eddie, you should make sure you take it easy for a while. I'm sure your mother must be worried sick. I'm sorry to ask more of you so soon, but would you mind making sure he gets home safely? Yeah, no problem. The adventure doesn't end until you're safe and sound in bed. Hey, don't go thinking you can start pushing me around. I'll go see my mom if I wanna. Can't you be a little more honest with yourself? You do care about your mom a lot, after all. Well, of course I do. It's kind of embarrassing. Jeez, you got a leg to stand on when it comes to you, Berzelia. Alright, I'll go see my ma. I'm glad to hear it. Actually, this is a good chance for me to finally meet your mom. I've been wanting to meet her for a while now. Yes, seeing you and Miss Berzelia plan to remain in contact, I would appreciate the chance to learn more about you. It's prudent that I thank the woman who raised such a fine young man. But you're all overreacting. Hey, you guys, say something. No. They are free to do what they wish. Thank you so much for finding my idiot son. The same to you as well, miss. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone to bring him back. I can't believe they actually came home with me. There's hardly any need for thanks, madame. We were pleased to help where we could. That being said, have you heard of the rather fantastic display of courage that Eddie gave? Yeah, even though he was being hunted, he went out of his way to help others in need. And when that happened, he said, "My goodness, to think my little troublemaker could be so brave. Now, you don't need to go over every little thing I did. Come on, this is so embarrassing." I think we can see ourselves out. Yes, we did our best to protect the peace. For now, let's leave them be. They were just getting to the good stuff. Yeah, maybe next time.
Woohoo! 3 cheers for us! Reward deposited!
Grade level 4. Damn it! I'm quite pleased to have made acquaintances with Eddie's mother. But I'll admit I find myself a bit perplexed. His mother seemed so kindly after all. What could have driven him to becoming a delinquent? Well, in any case, his mother's a wonderful woman. Now he needn't be so worried about his influence on the young miss. Looks like Miss Bezelia's taken quite an interest in Old Town as well. Come to think of it, I believe I heard that bistro across the way has procured quite the following recently. Perhaps it would behoove us to dine there tonight. Out of curiosity, Eddie was born and raised here, correct? It makes me wonder what he was like at my age. Curious, are we? Oh, the stories I could tell you. He was such a cute and obedient little boy back then, but one day, Hey, shut your trap, Mon. Quit egging her on, Berzelia. I'm glad I was able to see a new side of Eddie. And Brenda's so welcoming, too. I never had the opportunity to come to Old Town before. All the sights are quite new to me. We should have a look around. I know we've said it before, but thanks for all your help, guys. You've been filling in for Van, right? Guess that means I owe Arkwright Solutions again. I think it's about time I learned how to clean up the messes I make. Rosalia is such a good girl, don't you think? How she ever made friends with my rough and tough son is beyond me, though. Maybe I should talk to him. Make sure he doesn't start any trouble for the young miss. Alright. Now if that mission's accomplished, might as well turn it in.
Closed the books on another case.
So I think if we complete that next side quest, we'll actually get the next rank. The Dirk Memorial
Well then,
Park.
shall we?
Time is 11:39. We have time.
Let's see here.
Hello there. Welcome to Dirk Memorial Park. Oh, you're that bracer, aren't you? Yes, it's nice to see you again. I heard you're having trouble with a monster in the area. Yes, unfortunately. I originally put in a request at the CID, but I guess they decided the guild should deal with it. Well, it's all the same to us, really. The monster's at the far end of the waterfront. I'll get someone to open the gate for you. Thanks a bunch. Roger that. We'll have it knocked out in a jiffy. Monsters around here have been acting really strange lately. Some particularly violent ones have shown up too. I don't think it's severe enough to shut the whole park down yet, but... Sigh. Well, at any rate, we shut down the waterfront area just in case. We're just waiting to see how things go before we open it up again. We'll be counting on you to make this park peaceful again. See, any talk to peoples? No.
And you'll never guess what happened.
We do have another path that we'll most likely go to in the future. Oh, we should have checked to see if there's any shards in the safe zone.
That's quite the show.
Do you really mean that?
I do not see any.
And you'll
We're good to
never
go.
guess what happened next.
Round Stash Yoshino Jerk. Yeah.
This cutie has booty.
Hippie. Our side quest is all the way down there.
Use a charge attack.
Tidy this mess up. There!
Oh.
Enemy suppressed. Analyzing data.
Might as well trigger this guy too.
Deploying
Just gonna
shards.
activate this
Let's
just so
explain
we can scan
details.
them. Abyss Maggot.
Now's a great time for a shard boost. Engaging skill.
Our time to shut down coming right up.
I won't show any mercy.
Activating skill.
That's it.
Go for it, Elaine. Wide open.
That fight felt pretty good.
You're one of a kind, Elaine.
Let me double check the achievements for these. Zypha's SCLM chains, SCLM supports, boost moves made, ops, ambushes landed. Felling enemies in the field is one that they want us to do. That could be easy later. Using EX chains is 89. Cross strikes is 92, and you have to do quick art damage. Can't forget that.
Still more to go.
On my blade, I'll never lose. This is it.
Let's not waste any more time.
Alright,
Deploying
it's
shards.
gonna scan you.
Displaying details.
Bomb grass.
Now's a great time for a shard boost. We'll win! Engaging. Boost gauge upgraded.
Our time to shine. I believe in you.
Activating skill.
Too slow. I'll remember this. Engaging skill.
Have some of this.
Yeah.
That fight felt pretty good.
Hey, they
Pretty
do.
darn good.
The garden made us way over leveled, so it's
Boost
too
gauge
easy to kill
level
things.
maximum.
Ooh, that's a new
Careful.
enemy.
There's a whole swarm of them.
I'll cover you.
This is it.
You got a charge attack ready. Watch out. You're up against a large group. Displaying details.
This worm.
Now's a great time for a shard boost. Engaging skill.
Keep it up.
Taking point. Engaging skill. Boost gauge upgraded.
You didn't even lose any
Boost
craft
gauge
points
level
for that.
maximum.
That much closer to his level.
I'm on the up and up.
Ah, a treasure chest. Good find.
Military watch. That's a new enemy.
Show me what you've got. You got a charge attack ready.
Choke on this.
Bring them down. Take this.
Now, let's close it on them.
Activating skill.
The card damage, bunch of times. I'm guessing 100 times now.
That went well.
Ooh, a
You didn't miss
stopping
a beat,
point.
Swin.
Nap time.
Much more big enemies.
Treasure.
Won't show any mercy. Take this.
Use a charge attack.
There.
Tidy this mess up. This is it.
Let's settle this right now.
Engaging skill.
Swing.
Activating. Boost gauge.
I'll get stronger.
EP charge.
This cutie has booty. Choke on this. Still more to go.
Enemy down.
Down.
The advantage.
Better hit him with shards. Activating skill.
Please. Let's do this.
Activating. Boost gauge.
That
Easy
went
peasy.
well.
You did real
Strike
good,
2. We're getting some good quartz here, at least. Since we can't create those quartz yet.
Gotta fight with this. Use a charge attack.
Take this.
Tidy this mess up. There. They're down. We've got the upper hand. Let's close in on them.
Engaging skill. That fight felt pretty good.
Wait
You're
a
one
minute.
of a kind, Elaine.
Fish.
I'll give this a try.
Ideally, you'd want that question mark fish to be more likely than the carp here.
I'll give this a try.
There we go.
A bite.
I get it?
This one's rather big, isn't it?
Carp. Daybreak. Wasn't the fish I was looking for.
A bite. I got one.
Another carp. So the fishes can be multiple ranks. I guess the big catch gets you higher rank fish. I know we need to get like S rank fish for some of the challenges.
A bite.
I'm just going for kinds of fish right now. There we go.
I got one.
Tiger arowana, rank B. I don't believe
I'll
there's
give
any
this a
other
try.
fish here. There's still more fish. That was a completely different fish than the question mark one that's just kind of here. Alrighty.
A bite.
See if we can get it.
I got one.
Damn it.
I'll give this a try.
Need to be more attentive. And not fast forward it.
A bite. I got one.
Rock Eater. Nice. That's all we wanted.
I'll give this a try.
Might as well scan the other bodies of water too,
There appear to be fish
just in
here.
case
I'll give
there's
this a try.
special fish that we can't catch otherwise. Oh look, Rock Eater's highest probability to catch right there. Could have been so much
I'll
easier.
give this a try.
Ooh, fishies!
A-rank fish caught. Is there one for catching multiple types of A-rank fish? 5 rank A fishes caught. Oh, that's painful. So we'll have to keep an eye out for the big catches. And check our fishing logs to see which ones we have the ones
There
for.
appear to
I'll
be
give
fish
this a
here.
try.
Because that one is big catch carp, but it's not likely is the issue. I'll only do it if it's likely. Or if we're at the end of the game and we're just going for achievements.
Engaging skill. Engaging. Boost gauge upgraded.
On my blade. I'll
Ooh,
never lose.
fishies! Darn good.
Cross strikes used. Arc of El Dorado. Powerful space. Let's see, how can we check in the book section, right? Fishing. Here we go. Okay, so it actually specifies when if you've caught an A-rank fish or not. I'm guessing it scales. Like if you get a B-rank fish, you'll get their awards for C-rank written in here. So, you can check. Oh, the capture list is specifically for A-rank. Why? That's gonna make it take so much longer. Okay. Let's see if we can get an A-rank Rock Eater.
I'll give this a try. A bite.
Let's go.
I got one.
No. Try again.
A bite. Oh, did I catch a rare one?
No, you did not. Catch a dang Rock Eater. It's the most common fish here.
A bite.
Oh
I
my
got one.
goodness.
A bite. I got one.
Damn it. The big catch is gone. So I guess we can't get it then.
I'll give this a try.
That's a shame.
Ooh,
You only get like one try.
Try.
I'm gonna reload that save and see if I'm not imagining things.
I'll
Ooh,
give this a try.
fishies.
Oh, I was imagining things. It wasn't even a big catch.
I'll cover you. We got a charge attack ready.
Looks like a nice
Let's
place
get
to
started
fish.
Here.
done and dusted.
Big catch carp. The one over there was a big catch carp if I recall. I don't know if that's what we need or not.
We're on the ground. This will be a cakewalk. Activate shards. One steal coming right up. Come on, let's go. One shine. This stage Nana wins again.
There we go.
Kudos, Nadia. You did great.
This beauty has booty. Bam! Gotcha. This will be a cakewalk. Right
Engaging. Boost gauge upgraded.
That fight felt pretty good.
Pretty darn
pendulum.
good. Ooh, do the eating than the catching.
Yeah, so this is
Fine.
a big catch carp. And which one do we have a rank of? Carp.
Looks like a nice place to
I'd rather
fish.
do the eating than the catching, but fine.
All the way over there.
Ooh, fishies! I'd rather do the eating than the catching, but fine. Yes!
Treasure.
I'll do my best. Choke on this. Party the special. Satisfaction available. Ooh,
Enemy suppressed.
fishies!
Analyzing data.
I'll give this a try.
Don't lock on.
There's so many. What a pain.
I'll cover you.
Bring them down.
Use charge attack.
Ha! Take this. It's done.
Fighter group, keep sharp. Activating skill.
One shine. This stage enhanced them to
Engaging
fix the
skill.
blade lady.
That
All right.
fight felt pretty good.
You're one of a kind, Elaine.
Looks like a nice place to fish.
Let's get started.
There appear
One
to be
more over
fish
there.
here.
Another carp area. Seems like carp are the flavor of the week here.
Use charge attack.
Yeah, they don't have the biggest telegraph.
Activating skill.
We'll win.
Engaging. Boost gauge upgraded.
Nadia.
One steal coming right up.
I won't show any mercy.
Activating skill.
Here's some of this.
That went well.
You did real good, S.
EP cut 2. I'm pretty sure we have somebody that has a space
Ooh,
or
Let's get
slot
started.
that needs to be filled.
Ooh,
Let's get started.
fishies.
Place is just
Let's
filled
get
with fishing
started.
spots that we don't even want to use. Oh, it's the abyss worm like king type creature. Alright, let's hope we don't immediately die.
Let's take a break.
A fearsome foe is prowling around.
Fighter group, keep sharp.
We should go on the attack.
done. We can win.
And then S-Craft right in the center, and that kills pretty much all
Ready
of them,
to
I
go.
think.
Displaying data.
Gashgal Abyss.
We should go on the attack.
Attack the big boy. There we go. Might as well just stand by everybody else. We'll get boosted that way.
Activating skill. Boost gauge
Go for it,
limit
Elaine.
removed.
Nice.
Engaging
Go.
skill.
Lundgren, our time to shine.
Week 2
We
Abyssal
should go
Flame.
on the attack.
Sure.
Initiating drive. Nadia. We'll win.
702 damage. That was a
Now's
lot
great
less than I
time
was
for a
hoping
shard
for.
burst.
This ends now. Easy does it.
Engaging skill.
Have some of this.
We can win.
Energy output maximum. Activating
Have
skill.
no choice. Yeah.
There's Earthquaker.
Now.
There's the spammy skill that I hate.
Don't burn out, everyone. Here, take this.
Thanks a lot.
We'll win.
Oh, it didn't have everybody else.
This ends now. This will help.
Thanks
It's
a lot.
million.
That's better.
I'll remember this.
Focus on engaging skill.
Swim.
Activating skill.
Oh,
What
great.
to do?
Calls allies. My favorite. Oh, you can't use Pet Boost on, I thought it affects, everybody in range.
You can do this.
It only affects allies?
Don't burn out, everyone. Here, take this.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it only affects
We
allies.
can win.
Activating skill. Boost
Go
gauge
for it,
limit
Elaine.
removed.
This ends now.
Engaging skill.
Eat.
Hey, you missed. Counter.
Not a chance.
I'll remember this.
Focus. Engaging skill.
Eat.
Taking point.
Get rid
Engaging
of the
skill.
ads.
Eat. We can win.
Activating skill.
Now. Be gone.
I just wanted to see the animation and picking the worm off the ground. You get to see entirely through his body. We were not meant to see that when they made this creature.
You can do this. Let's
Keep it
go
up,
coming
Nadia.
right up. These are for you. Pitches and
This
stitches.
enough?
We'll win.
Not enough. This will be enough.
Engaging
Oh.
skill.
Eat.
Oh. Not bad. And we got the fortune quartz.
Quest completed.
I believe that increases item
Deposit
drops,
confirmed.
but only with whoever we're using gets the kill. Ray ranked up to 4. Hell yeah. I'll check the area for fishing spots.
Let's get started. Wrong way.
That's a new area. That was not there last time. And you cannot gaslight me into believing that it was. Show me video proof and I'll believe it. Fortitude droplet times 2. You mean 2 more defense for Van? Alright, with that,
All
we're done
better.
with the area.
Yeah. There. Okay.
Let's turn the quest
Ready
and
to
see
go?
if we get the next rank here. I think we do. We hit exactly 50.
Closed the
Oh,
books
never
on
mind.
another case.
51. We'll take it.
Rank up.
We get the
Money.
breath quartz. I didn't realize there was a breath quartz. Increases penalty of healing ice by 50%. So healing art specifically. It's kind of annoying.
Activating maintenance mode. Sorry, that's a single element slot. Skills changed.
Does she even have breath on her thing here? She does have breath. So that'll actually heal 50% more, which I think makes it a little bit better than Pet Boost. Also, it works on herself. Oh, wait, we also have a new meal to cook. Oh,
Well, I can try.
it's Swin. Judging by the
Alright,
name, I thought it was
it's
Nadia.
done.
Swin's favorite tartar sauce. I honestly do not like tartar sauce. Like I said, I do not have good taste, and I know it.
Wow, this is incredible.
Hey! Arts attack up for everybody. Okay. Investigate Korean Tower. It's our final mission. Anything else we need to worry about? No.
Let's be on our way.
Our first time here. The same day, 11:05 a.m., 3rd District, Korean Tower. I kind of like how it sort of looks like a crown.
So this is Treon Tower.
Like that's the kind of vibe that I get from like the top of it.
We'd only ever seen it from a distance. It makes a way bigger impression up close.
Can you believe that me of 5 minutes ago used to think Orcus Tower was the cooler one? Guess I'm gonna have to redo my ranking.
Keep in mind that Crossbell's Orcus Tower serves a very different purpose from Treon Tower. It wouldn't be fair to judge them by the same metrics. Yeah, names aside, Orcus Tower is more of a skyscraper. Treon Tower, on the other hand, is better described as general infrastructure. It acts as a relay transmitter for broadcasting orbital waves throughout Edith. And that's only one of the various roles it fulfills. Managing all of Edith's network comms has probably been the biggest one these last few years. Hold on, something doesn't add up here. Treon Tower was designed by Professor Epstein, right? And that was 50 years ago, just after the Orbital Revolution. Correct. It was initially built as a clock tower, complete with meteorological instruments. About 20 years later, they installed a radio facility. It took another 2 decades before they implemented support for all manner of orbital communication waves. But the tower's overall shape and frame are basically unchanged. It implies Professor Epstein saw modern orbital networking coming a whole half-century before it was invented. That's rather far-fetched, though it's a little frightening how I can't actually refute you. Pretty flaky of the guy to leave all these crazy predictions and inventions behind. It's definitely not impossible, though. Considering what they've seen, yes. Definitely not not impossible. Oh, who cares about all that mumbo-jumbo anyway? This is the perfect chance of taking all the sights. Come on, S. What should we hit up first? Do we look like tourists to you? If we're making the rounds, covering the establishments around the mall would be a good start. As far as views go, the most impressive one here can be found on the tower's observation deck. That being the case, what do you say we save the best for last? Now you're talking. Good thing we have a local to give us the inside scoop, huh? Are you sure about this? We're still on the job here. This is the route we'd have to take on our investigation anyway. Besides, there's no harm in mixing business with pleasure a bit on your first day in the capital. I imagine you haven't had much chance to enjoy the city outside of your 4 SPGs. Wow, if Beauty's Blade had 3rd B, it stood for big-hearted. No wonder everyone looks up to you. Yeah, you're almost nothing like Van said you'd be. And what exactly did Van say I would be? Crap. Open mouth, insert foot. Oh, you know, scary, demanding, the kind of lady we should watch our step around. Hey, why'd you go and tell her all that? Because I'm an ally to scoring beauties all over the world. Since when? Well, that's enlightening. I'm sure Van was only playing it up for laughs. Oh, no need to defend the man. He can do so himself in person. Now then, shall we be off? I'll lead the way. Who knew smiles could be that scary? A maiden's heart is like a maze of landmines. Better start taking notes, S. Ooh, we got a little sub-event over there. But our main event is over at the Vern store, apparently. Let's get to talking. We have a little bit of time to spare. Wait is over, everyone. Welcome to Treon Mall.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's
Oh
major
god,
landmarks.
Mishy. Now, if I could
Find
have...
a Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops.
Could you
to
be
peruse.
quiet? Now, if I could have you crane your necks back and direct your
Drop by
attention
the
to
Vern
the
store
building
if
just
you wanna
ahead.
check out the
What you're seeing is one of
hottest
the East's most
commodity,
iconic
the
landmarks,
teapot.
Treon Tower. Tourist. My
It's a
word, so that's the
cutting-edge
famous
piece of
Treon
mobile
Tower.
technology
It's
that's
even more
lighting
impressive than the
tower
Great
on
Spire.
fire. You won't
Maybe
wanna
pull that
miss
new
it.
camera we picked up to use. We'll need some pictures to remember this day by. Oh no, they've leaked into the real world here too.
Good news, everyone. Mishy has finally made his way to Calvert. Pay him a visit today
Jimmy.
and make a
So this
wishy
is the apparel
with
store
Mishy.
everyone's raving about. Why's it gotta be so ritzy? I can't take it. We don't have anything like this out in the country. But I'm here in the city now, so whether I like it or not, I have to change. And then I'm gonna ask a girl out. The price is reasonable enough, and I don't dislike the design. But it doesn't it seem a bit on the sleazy side?
Welcome
I
to
get
the
what you're
Treon
trying to
Mall.
say, but that's just
Here
how
you'll
trends
find
work.
Treon Tower,
Besides,
one of
man,
Edith's major landmarks.
looks styling on you. What more could you ask for? Don't forget,
You'll
got a
also
school
find a
festival to
garden
prep to get
store,
to
a movie theater,
after
boutiques,
this.
and other various
Don't quit
shops.
wasting time and pick something already. How did we end up in here anyway?
Visit the
Whatever happened to
Yellow
Julian?
Boutique,
He
which
said he was headed
features
over to the gun
theater,
shop at the
museum,
department store in
and
front of the
major
station.
productions from the liberal
Who cares about him? This downtime is our chance to nab some snazzy threads that'll reel in the chicks.
They have everything from the latest
Good luck.
CCF products to expensive wines, and even acerbic tomatoes.
R&M, Dahlia.
Please check it out.
This store is a flagship location for our company's expansion into Calvert. When my team and I rose to that challenge, we opted to abandon our previous approach of durable apparel that's made to last. In their place, we offered clothing customers could afford to replace in order to keep pace with shifting
Good
trends.
news, everyone.
Adopting that tactic paid off in spades, especially given how susceptible metropolitan areas like these are to short-lived
Pay him a
fads.
visit today
Our plan is
and
to
make
keep
a
up this
wishy
momentum and
with
continue
Mishy.
blazing trails in the world of fashion. Industry practices like ours are known as fast fashion, by the way. R&M is only going to continue expanding here in the Republic, so stay tuned.
Anything of interest?
So let's see what we can get. This raises strength. Interesting.
Welcome to the Treon
And there's
Mall.
raises Arts
Here
Attack.
you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the
So as a
garden
result
store,
of raising
a movie
strength,
theater,
it
boutique,
raises
and
attack
other various
equally.
shops to peruse.
So does that mean
We hope
Does
you'll have a
damage
fabulous time.
multiply your damage? Or does it multiply damage, the strength of your weapon, or your attack stat? Because there is a plus strength and plus damage,
Good news,
and they are
everyone.
both
Mishy
separate
has
buffs.
finally made his way to Calvert.
They very likely stack, but
Pay him a
not
visit
quite
today
sure in what
and make a
way.
wishy with Mishy.
I'll buy it. I'm not going to equip it though. Just want to have one. We're not equipping that because it lowers our speed.
I hope you found everything to your liking.
Najib. Hello, welcome to R&M. Well, it's not often that I get the pleasure of greeting such fashionable patrons.
Welcome
Your
to
outfits
the
are all
Treon
quite
Mall.
striking, not to mention well-balanced color-wise, yet they also seem practical for moving around. Very astute observations. And here I thought you were gonna be some smarmy store clerk, but you're actually pretty darn shrewd.
Various shops to peruse.
That should take a page out of your book and compliment my outfit. I mean, come on, it's both stylish and sexy. I don't know about that last part. Meanie, is that how you treat a lady? These two never fail to amuse me. As far as fashion's concerned, it's always a good thing to have a style that's unique to you. We have plenty of commodities that can help bring out the best in your attire, so please have a look around.
So sleepy.
Was that like just like a back room, or is that like the changing room entrance?
Wrong way.
It's just an extra section of the store. Okay.
Pay him a visit today and make a wishy with Mishy.
Maybe I'll sit in on a movie today. Poster design might make a good reference point too. Oh, that probably sounds weird without context, huh? I'm a freelance advertising designer. Just recently, one of my clients told me my concepts were outdated and lacked personality. So I figured coming to the mall and seeing what's popular might spark some inspiration for my work. Sigh. Here's hoping something points me in the right direction.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon
Wasn't there like a thing where it's like you replace stuff with posters? The Adventures of Rockford, Golden Calamity. Huh.
The showing on screen 1 will
Fire Shark. Oh, that's a movie I want to see.
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
100 Days War documentary. 3 Point Heat. These are definitely some movies.
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
Looking to start a cinema. We operate a cinema complex. In other words, we're a type of movie theater. We have a wide variety of screens and movies available for viewing. Whether it's a celebrated classic or one of the latest blockbusters, you'll be sure to find it here. Please enjoy yourselves.
Okay.
Step right up.
What's playing right now?
Thank you for your visit today.
Do we watch
Showing on
a
screen 1 will
Judith
soon begin.
movie or what appeared to be a Nina
If
movie?
you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
We watched a Judith movie last time, so we'll watch a Nina movie. 3 tickets for 3 Point Heat? That'll be 600 Mira. The trio made their way to the theater, having decided to watch a movie during their work break. You see, what they need are the fancy recliner seats. The story centers around the Green Hill High School Basketball Club. The team captain Halil hails from the Central East and loves basketball more than anyone. Despite the passionate guidance from the team's half-Eastern manager Linfa, the school has never been known for its success in the sport. That is, until a basketball-playing prodigy by the name of Evan joins and turns the team into an unstoppable powerhouse. But what they gain in athletic prowess, they lose in team spirit. Their victories were owed to Evan. Now their captain dominating all the plays. The team was effectively reduced to a one-man show. Evan mocks Halil, calling him the biggest piece of dead weight on the team, and removes him from the starting lineup. Then comes the final game of the season, where they face off against their toughest opponents yet. Evan is unable to break through their impregnable defense, and the first half ends without Green Hill scoring a single point. The team's simmering frustrations with Evan reaches a boiling point. The heated arguments and accusations ignite Evan's short fuse. He attempts to storm out in a fit of rage, only to be stopped short by their normally unflappable team manager.
That's enough! No more fighting! We're a team, aren't we?
Are we? I don't see a team. Just a bunch of chumps who can't score for shit.
I'm gonna be
Listen
honest,
up.
Art looks a little
If any
off
of you
here.
get your hands on the ball, pass it to me. I'll turn this game around in no time flat.
Less so about the NPC not having eyes,
You just
but
don't get it, Evan.
Nina's face seems
How
a
can
little
I get
off.
this through your thick skull? You have no idea what this sport is about.
Oh, great. You're all here. I just got done talking to the coach. Hey, Evan, do you mind if I be selfish for a sec? Put me in for the second half. Please. I'm begging you.
Damn it. They're all over me. I might be able to make a pass.
Oh, Art's a little bit
Is
better
anyone
here.
even open? Huh?
Now's not the time to be calling it quits, Evan. I might not be great at this game, but I love it more than anything in the world. So I get it. I get why you're so fired up about it. Our passion burns just as bright as yours, and it won't get snuffed out here. No way in hell!
What's with that stupid grin on his... Oh, no. That guy can't do anything right. Ah, what the hell? Go for it, Halil! Show me that you've got what it takes!
You can do it! Take it to the hole, you two!
I love basketball. Wow, that was awesome. I love me a good coming of age story. Basketball seems like it could be pretty fun. My alma mater, RMS Academy, had a basketball team too. Back then, our team was good enough to make nationals, and to hear the talent of their current roster is nothing to scoff at. That's the school Anius goes to, right? Didn't Van graduate from there as well? Well, he did attend RMS, but in truth he dropped out partway through. Oh, do tell. Why don't you spill the tea about that and your little romantic escapades with him? I'm dying to know more. I'm choosing not to grace that with a response. Oh, right, I forgot they sell brochures for the films here. Perhaps I should buy one for Van. They aren't showing this movie outside of Edith yet, after all. Yeah. Everyone gets 25. And assuming we can't watch any more movies. Yeah.
Thank you for your visit today.
We're always short on time. I loved Golden Blood so much that I came back to see it over and over again. Eventually, the routine set in, and now I just come to this multiplex out of pure habit. Right now, there are 2 new movies that pique my curiosity. One starring Judith Lanster and the other Nina Fenley. Which should I start with, though? Choices, choices.
3-point heat. Now
Three-Point Hill was incredible.
Take wing.
And so are you, Shinon. You're practically a walking movie encyclopedia. Actually, this was my first time watching it too. Thanks for inviting me, by the way. Not at all. We're fellow Perseus striving to liven up the school festival. It's vital we get to know each other. Next, we should ask Aden and Anius to come with us.
Why not buy
Sure
a
thing.
souvenir to remember your visit?
You'll be screening your own student film for the festival, right, Shinon? I can hardly wait to see it. Thanks, I'll do everything I can to make it a hit. Good luck with the bazaar you're planning too.
Thank you.
Oh, that's where she is. We're only here because the theater in Tyrell is closed. Still, look how cool and fancy this place is. It doesn't have the same old-timiness as Esprit, but I wouldn't mind switching between them once in a while. Some of the movies Stardust shows are different too. Maybe we can visit whenever there's one I want to see. If we ever get to leave anyway. My mom's been in the bathroom forever, same as always. We never get to meet the NPC mom.
Are those security robots? They don't look like the ones I'm used to seeing.
Those are Robovacs. As I recall, they're newly manufactured by the Vern Company. I hear they're testing them out here at Trion Mall.
This should be a household staple. I could make these things do all the cleaning for me. Good news, everyone. Mission
I always
finally
forget to
made
start
its way to
scanning.
Calvert.
I need to be more diligent.
Pay him a visit today and make a wishy with Mishy.
It sounds like the Mishi show has drawn in another full crowd today. I work security here at Trion Tower though, so sadly watching it up close is out of the question for me. It's fine though, hearing the cheers and merrymaking from here is all the secondhand fun I need. So are these things essentially working versions of those stupid vacuums that are in the Geofront?
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie
Okay,
theater,
so
boutiques, and other
we're done with the
various
upper
shops
level.
to
Let's go down.
We hope you'll have a fabulous. Oh, look! It's Mishy.
Don't be fooled.
What?
The Liberal Boutique. They deal in specialty goods and souvenirs from the Liberal Kingdom.
I've never been to a place like this before. Whoa! Is that a model of the original Arcee?
Wow-wee! That's a lot of acerbic tomatoes!
Adorable. Welcome, our store. I recognize that name. I actually feel like I remember this. Wasn't she like the maid to the mayor in one of the towns? Her face looks familiar too. Welcome. Our store offers the finest goods produced in the Liberal Kingdom. Might I suggest trying the frozen dinners? They're from a high-class restaurant in Beauce called Anteros. It's Beauce, yeah. Or perhaps an acerbic tomato would be more to your liking. We also have a figurine of a ZCF airship. It's too much. I'm getting some serious choice paralysis here. Actually, have you got any non-packaged Liberal food? I'd be super interested in that. Trying a recipe that's been passed down from generation to generation would give me a taste of what Liberals really like. Nadia, this is a boutique, not a restaurant. Actually, we've been thinking about opening an in-store eatery. Our plan is to hire someone who could prepare and serve some fresh Liberal cuisine. Oh, really? That sounds nice. We'd very much like it if you visit us again once we begin that service. Wow, and here I was thinking I'd throw you off your game by pointing out a missed opportunity. The very reason we opened this boutique was to share the charms of the Liberal Kingdom with the world, and we'll spare no expense nor make any compromises to see that end accomplished. Now, why don't you look around? I'm sure we have something that will pique your interest.
I'm quite proud of what we have to offer.
Acerbic tomato chips. Buy acerbic tomato soda. 60 craft points. Damn. That's why it's so expensive. Blue vacuum flask. And LB scarf.
Please come again.
I am 99% sure she's an actual NPC from Trails in the Sky. I'm goggling it. She shows up in the search. Hey look, Daybreak 2 and Sky. That is the Evo artwork. I did not play the Evo version, so I do not recognize the Evo version. There we go. That's the artwork I remember. The front-facing artwork. Yeah, neat. Always nice when they bring back NPCs. Let's see. Scanning. Got our garden entrance. Anything up the stairs? One blip.
Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. It's Mishy!
Hey, Mishy over here! Blows my mind how one simple mascot could take both the Empire and Republic by storm. That's no easy feat when you think about it. While Mishy's brand management in Calvert is handled by Valis Investment Bank, much of his popularity here can be attributed to their financial might. That being said, what's eating at you? You two are familiar with the original Mishy, correct? Take a closer look if you would. Huh? Compare the Mishy you know to the way this one has been localized for the Calvardian market. Obviously the most drastic discrepancy is the head-to-body ratio. But the size of his ears and the pattern on his tail differ subtly as well. Moreover, exaggerating his paws ends up compromising any sense of unity in his design. When added together, these seemingly minute factors have a considerable impact on his overall silhouette. Granted, this Mishy does have his own charms, but I'm disinclined to call him authentic. Oh, we got a connoisseur over here. Just let her have this one. It is a fake. Don't let Tio see it.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
Sob. Oh, my sweet beloved Mishy, what have they done to you? That tall, gangly frame, those slick dance moves, the odd, scathing quips. That thing isn't the same Mishy who stole my heart and crossbow. And yet here I am, crawling back to see his shows anyway. The tragic tale of a pathetic Michelinite.
To sample a range of imported goods
I wonder,
from the Liberal Kingdom.
I don't recognize her as an NPC, but she's probably a minor NPC then.
They have
Hee
everything from the
Make a
latest
wishy and
DCF
dance to the
products
beat
to
with
expensive
Fishy, everybody.
wine, and even a
Don't worry
servant
if you got
tomato.
2 left feet,
Please
nobody's
check it
watching
out.
as much as you think they are. Is his hand clipping through his face? Yes, it is. Cast that shame away and let your instincts run wild. Oh, some moneybags in Dallas bought the rights to Mishy and tweaked them into this? Feels kind of like an off-brand second cousin of the one at Michelin. Is he even allowed to be this, whatever it is? It sparked some controversy between fans, but this iteration of Mishy seems to be popular despite it all. Make some noise, everybody. Let your instincts run wild. Yeah, okay. We're gonna turn around and continue our investigation of the lower levels. Daphne. Another wonderful, bustling morning at the Trion Mall. My mood picks up every time I visit. It's as if there's always something new to discover. Today I'm here to find a little treat for my former caregiver turned friend Lulua. Oh yeah! There was a side quest where they kind of
You'll also find the Vern store,
worked together or whatever it was. I think we were trying to... I can't remember the exact scenario, but there was a side quest with it. Something sweet should help perk her up after all the singing and dancing she's been doing lately. Oh, who are you? Ned. Well, what am I supposed to do now? My mirror's as good as gone at this point. Get a hold of yourself, Ned. This is no time to call it quits. Maybe I should try out that thing people keep whispering about. This guy's really monologuing, huh? Can't say I'm not curious, but let's leave him to it. Before we go, I want to check one thing. Do they sell harmonicas in this store?
Maybe I should pick up a souvenir or two.
They sell expensive wines.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find
I see no harmonicas.
major
Game.
landmarks. You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Alice Investment Bank.
The new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year, to sample a range of imported goods from the Liberal Kingdom.
I'm gonna collect the blips
They
and
have
talk to
everything
people, I
from the
guess.
latest ZCF products to expensive
And back to
wines,
this.
and even a
Phew,
sorbet
time to take a
tomato.
break.
Please check it out.
There sure are a lot of tourists around today, huh? Me, I work for a Val's-affiliated startup here at the mall. The more profits we turn, the busier it gets. My company's sales been ringing off the hook from the break of dawn to the dead of night. Sigh, the salary's good, but don't get me wrong.
Good news,
But
everyone.
my body can't take
Mission's
much more of
finally
this.
Made his way to Calvert.
Shop.
Hey,
Meaning
what
you.
is it today?
This
And
window
you
offers
can
financial
with
planning
Mission.
advice, as well as assistance with processing financial securities. You can also purchase memorial merchandise for our bank here. Do let me know if I can be of service.
How can I help you?
Camel wallet. Are you
Please, come
selling a
again.
camel skin wallet at a bank and that's
sleepy.
all you have here? I want to invest.
Welcome to the Trion
Well,
Mall.
here I am,
Here you'll find Trion
staring
Tower,
through Quincy
one of
parlor
Eden's
windows once
major
again.
landmarks.
Everything looks as delicious as ever. Sigh.
You'll also
I'll never
find
forget the
Vern
first time I took a
store,
bite of their
movie
delectable
theater,
tarts.
boutiques, and
No,
other
I
various
must suppress
shops
these
to
frivolous
peruse.
thoughts. If I indulge myself yet again, I'll be a mirrorless maiden by first light.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just
All right.
opened this year.
Toggle event go. This is a Quincy company store. They're one of the biggest confectioners in Zemuria. Your parents run this biz, right, lately? Ooh, maybe you can get us some freebies. Meet the room, Nadia. From what I remember, their president was arrested last year. Unfortunately, my involvement in the business ended when I took off from home. I'm afraid that means family benefits are out of the question. Oh man. I can certainly give you my recommendations, though. Why don't we browse around? Huh, didn't realize she made such a clean break from them. I feared the worst after that debacle with father, but things seem to be recovering for the most part. That's one worry off my mind. There we go.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
Why, if it isn't Miss Elena Claire. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence today. There's no need to fuss over me. My family no longer owns business after all. Bernhardt. Perhaps so, but it is because of their efforts as the Quincy Company's founders that we are here today. What's more, like many of us, I feel a great deal of respect for the way you righted the wrongs of our former president. Is that so? Headquarters has been restructured since then, and those of us working in the storefronts are making every effort to start fresh. So rest easy. We only ask that you watch over us in whatever way you're able. Of course, I may not be able to do so openly, but you have my full support. Now she can finally let out that breath she's been holding since we got in here. Yeah, I'm happy for her. Last year's plummeting sales dealt a heavy blow to the Quincy Company storefronts, but things seem to have stabilized a bit since the start of January. Most likely, our corporate brand's long history of achievements was enough to preserve its integrity. It fills me with renewed pride in the work I do for this storied and prestigious company.
Okay.
Hello there!
I'm getting tired. It was hard to read that. We can make eclairs.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss Eclair, can you make an eclair for us? Please.
This tastes great.
Do the punny thing.
Wow, this is incredible.
Oh, it's Maxim. Moving on, with another competition just around the corner, where do you draw your inspiration? That's a great question. These days, my driving is fueled by love and gratitude. For my car, for my team, and for those out there in the stands, and for a few special others who are near and dear to me. I plan on carrying that on in the next race and showcasing my passion for this sport to the world. I see. As a matter of fact, many have been remarking on how your recent performances are stronger than ever before. The spirit of love and gratitude must be having a real tangible effect on you. You may be right about that. It could be because I revised my training methods from the ground up. I've also begun doing research on how to push the pedal to the metal even further. Is that so? Do you mind going into more detail? From what little Vanis told me, I think I can guess who those near and dear ones are. Something to keep my eye on, I suppose. Top-level racing isn't something you can achieve through willpower alone. It's my belief that preparation's key. 1 second. There we go. That way you can be at your best no matter what the road has in store for you. More sage wisdom from Master Lugan. Is that the secret behind your climb to the championship title? Looks like they're done. New person, Amanda. The tea today is simply divine, and the cake has been baked to perfection. I expected no less of Quincy Parlor. Truly, this is a store fit for a queen, and for an elegant lady such as myself. Anyhow, I ought to finish this tea post-haste. If I continue to prattle on like this, the tea will go cold. Nothing back toward the bathrooms.
You won't want to miss it.
Alright. One area left. Hey! There's a... crap, I don't remember what her name is. Looks like business is booming. This is one of the Vern Company's retail locations. No wonder you can't go anywhere without hearing that name. Naturally, they sell a variety of ornaments for home use, but in recent times they focused their efforts on bringing Zyphas to general consumers. The all-in-one communication devices found here offer the same specifications with none of the combat functionality. You can even give them an in-store test run before making a purchase. Zyphas, huh? Nadia and I use them ourselves. It's impressive how far they've come with without the Epstein Foundation's involvement. Feels like they're leaps and bounds ahead of the old Vern versus Reinford rivalry now. It's kind of bittersweet though. Call me old school, but I've gotten pretty attached to the Enigma and Arcus units. Oh, those people are... Is that Toa? Hey, is that who I think it is? Let's go up and get a closer look. Good idea. May as well stop by and say hello. The stairwell should be just behind that door. Yeah, that, like... The weird U tables is very Apple store. The door is locked. Here's no unauthorized personnel are allowed. Yeah, that's 100% the vibe that they're going for here. Outside of the, well, actually, the wood is in the Apple Store structure, if I recall. I use a, it's an Android phone. Not a fan of Apple products, personally. So, the only time I've been inside of an Apple store or when my family or one of my friends who basically is addicted to Apple products, even though he knows it's actually not that good compared to other stuff. I will admit their new, I'll admit their new processing chips, like the, what is it, the M4, I believe? Like, I think the M2, 3, and 4 chips are like their best overall products for what they actually offer. But like their phones have not been anything super special outside of maybe their camera quality and their fancy schmancy image processing features. Anyway, welcome. I'm currently providing a look at our newest product, the T-Phone. Please let me know if you have any questions about its functions. I can also answer any questions you may have regarding our payment plans. If you're unclear about anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Kinda. I knew it started with a K, but I wasn't sure what it was. Welcome. This is our customer service and Zypha adjustment counter. Actually, do I know you from somewhere? We're the associate Spriggans filling in for Van while he's away. You give us a few notes about people in the city, so we might know a thing or two about you already. And we might have bumped into each other in Cray Village. We lived there for a while about 2 years ago. Oh, that's right. I guess we must have seen each other then. But I was always so busy trying to get Boss Goddard to approve my work back then, I hardly had time for anything else. Still, he always made sure to cheer me on, and so did Mom and Dad. Sorry, you shouldn't have made everything so gloomy. No, it's alright, we understand. So, they've been to Cray Village. It's been a while now since the explosion. What a horrible tragedy. I asked Sylvie if she had any work connections, but I never thought I'd end up in a place like this. I need to make sure I work hard while I'm here. Not only to polish my skills, but to pay her for the favor.
What'll you have?
Oh, we can get the Zippa covers and some silver headphones.
Come again.
I was planning on taking a break once we talked with everybody, but now that I saw that that's potentially Toe up there, I kind of want to see and make sure that it is. Welcome. If you need help looking for anything in particular, please let me know. By the way, are you familiar with our newly released T-Phone? It's a mobile device that can make calls, browse the OrbitalNet, and much more. The T-Phone makes everyone's lives more convenient. Why not take a look?
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
We don't have enough to get any major upgrades, sadly.
Please stop by again!
Arson. My company provided us with T-Phones recently. Honestly, the tech really surprised me. I mean, it makes everything so convenient. It really makes you realize how far we've come as a society. That's why I decided I'm gonna buy my own personal T-Phone. Although, I guess that means my dream of having an expensive car will have to wait. It be that expensive? Okay, what time is it? I am torturing myself. It's 12:41. Head to the second floor. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't actually pick up all the crystals. Kind of important. By kind of, not really. And there was only a single crystal. Worth it. Let's see, is there any on the upper floor here?
Thank you again for putting
Hamilton,
this detailed analysis
that is
together.
Toa,
I'll make
and
sure to pass it along to Professor Schmidt.
Princess. I don't remember what her name is.
And thank you too, Your Highness. We greatly value your input as one of our sponsors.
I had no idea Toa was in this game.
You're quite welcome. Please give the professor my regards.
I have a feeling my father and brother will be just as pleased with the results.
It is her!
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Swin, Nadia, It's been too long.
Miss Herschel, Professor Hamilton, a pleasure to see you again.
Professor Latoya Hamilton.
Ah, Elaine. Good day to you.
That's Latoya Hamilton, one of Epstein's 3 disciples.
So, wait, you already know each other?
Noah Herschel.
Elaine and I have known each other for some time now. We met when I was on assignment for NGO work.
She wears glasses now?
That's right. Her assistance at the time was invaluable. I don't believe I've met your other companion, though.
All the paperwork strained her eyes.
How do you do, Miss Eau Claire? And hello to your friends as well.
Zeta Asval, Princess of Elsame.
I am Jita Asval,
Jita.
daughter of Grand Prince Salman of Elsime.
Oh, so it's like Jin, where the Z makes like a sort of... I don't even know what you would call it. It's like in between of like a Z and a J.
What a blessing it is to meet so many new people today.
The Princess of Elsime?
I think of it as like the word Jin. As in like a genie.
You must be Crown Prince Sharid's younger sister. I
How's
recall
that
seeing
spelled?
you
Like
at the racetrack the other day.
D-J-I-N-N, I believe?
It's an honor to formally make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you were there as well? I've heard many a story about Beauty's Blade, but it's nice to finally put a face to the name. My brother has much to thank you bracers for.
It's really no trouble at all. The Guild appreciates his generous support.
Oh, wow! A real-life princess! What a cutie patootie!
Do me a favor and behave for once.
Swin and Nadia, was it? It's clear you're friends with Toas. But you don't quite seem to be bracers. They aren't. I've temporarily enlisted their help with their request is all. That's right, we just started a new gig in Edith as substitute Spriggans. From missing cats to apocalyptic threats, S over here can handle anything. Thanks for overselling it. Don't act like all the work goes to me. Now I understand. Your arcade solutions interim replacements. I must say, the two of you make quite the distinctive pair. My brother's told me all about arcade solutions, and you're filling in for them? How wonderful. Imagine that. I'm a little surprised to see you two in that line of work. It fell into our laps, more or less. You think you're surprised? Oh, you think you're surprised? What are you doing all this way from Arabonia, Toa? Let me guess. Is it the old NGO grind? Yeah, it's the one I got to help out with after graduating Thor's, the International Cooperative Organization. Things are beginning to pick up with them again, and I had some other business to take care of in Calvert anyway. So I made the choice to relocate here at the start of the year. Oh, that checks out. The ICO, huh? Feels like they keep ramping up their visibility more each year. Yes, their group addresses all sorts of international challenges that local governments can't handle on their own. And there's been an increasing trend of those kinds of issues throughout the country recently. Even here in the capital, Miss Herschel's been hard at work in more fields of expertise than I can count. It's difficult to believe her real job is teaching at Imperial Military Academy. Yep, she's one busy bee, alright. Oh, stop it. I don't do much at all, really. But enough about that. Back to this substitute Spriggan business. How riveting. It has the air of something out of a movie or novel, or video game. I don't mean to impose, but would you mind telling me about the case you're currently working on? Neither of us have a problem with it, but it's up to our client to decide how hush-hush we have to be. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a few details. So, Edith has been having orbital network problems. My brother told me about everything that happened in Basel last year as well. Things aren't bad enough to be an actual problem yet, but it's sketchy all the same. Would you happen to have any insight, Professor? As a matter of fact, I received a brief report about this, courtesy of the Vern Company. Unfortunately, there isn't much I can add at this stage. But at the very least, I have confidence that you're on the right track. Nice, we got the prof stamp of approval. Even the smallest crack can eventually grow into a chasm. Our lack of foresight with those nuclear devices last year led to a tragedy, and what we're seeing now may be the early signs of something similar. all this to say I appreciate you investigating the matter. Of course, if there's even a hint of a malicious agenda behind this, we'll root it out and nip it in the bud. Spoken like a true gracer. Maybe my hearing's going, but that didn't sound like a royal we to me. I'm confused. What does that even mean? I'm sure Elaine can manage, but we'll be counting on you two to help her get to the bottom of this. Would it that I can offer more than well wishes. Still, I look forward to hearing the tales of your exploits. And if there's anything at all we can do to help, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you, Professor. We'll just excuse ourselves then. See you later! Give him a quick chat up. You three do your best out there, okay? I'm here to help too, so don't be afraid to reach out. Even though I must admit these orbital network disruptions are a point of concern. Nevertheless, I am certain you substitute Spriggans will manage to uncover another angle of approach. Best of luck. Your investigation in the matter is much appreciated. These orbital network issues have an unmistakable stench of foul play about them. But while your investigation has me most curious, prying into things will only make me a hindrance. So instead, I shall wait with bated breath to hear the tales of your exploits. Alright, last step is investigate tree and tower, and that's where we'll make our save. Oh, we missed somebody.
Good news, everyone.
The T-Film's been going around since the beginning of the year, but there's still a good amount of buzz about it. Honestly, it sounds really interesting. I'm sure just owning one makes you feel like you're on the cutting edge of progress. But I have a feeling the T-Film might be a little too advanced for me. I mean, I still have trouble getting my washing machine to work. I saw Mishy in front of the Vern store a little while ago. He was introducing the T-Phone. He kept talking about how just owning one will make you popular, but he also said something about being a high-tech communication device. About it being a high-tech communication device. I guess it looks cool, but I can't really use it to play... I can't use it to play games, and I'm not really interested. Let me introduce you to emulation, my friend.
Okay, I think we've hit up all the spots worth visiting.
Then I suggest we head for the tower.
Can I adjust the floor? No, I can't in the menu. Alright, we're good.
Fabulous time here.
Alright. That took nearly 3 hours, but we have done all the talking that we needed to do for this chapter. So, until next time, when we can actually move on with the story, and have a good night.